Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live stream of a very exciting event happening in Miami. It's the match between Team USA and Team Uzbekistan, and it's going to be a two-day event. Today, they are going to play 4 games of rapid. We already have kickoff, and look at the two players that we have in front of us. It's Fabiano Caruana taking on the challenger, Sindarov Javokhir. Fabi is playing with the white pieces on board number one. I'm just going to make sure if everyone can hear me properly and have the chat in front of us so I can see you guys. Uh, and A5 played by Javokhir, and you can see there are a lot of people around making videos. They are playing in a beautiful resort called Faena in Miami. By the way, black goes knight to A6. What a match we have in front of us. Guys, do like the stream so that more people can follow this exciting two-day event. Javokhir Sindarov taking on the world number two. Well, he is known to be one of the second best player for a very long time. Fabi goes H3. And then we also have Hikaru taking on Abdusattorov Nodirbek on board number two. Maybe we can just quickly check their board as well and get there to see how they're looking there. Hikaru is playing with the white pieces. It's important to note that Hikaru won't be joining Team USA in the upcoming Olympiad in Uzbekistan. So it's great to see him playing this exhibition match here. It started off with Sicilian where white goes bishop b5 check. Abdusattorov going bishop d7, chop chop, castles, knight c6, rook e1, e6, and white goes c3, trying to get his pawn to d4. That's going to be the idea of white in these positions. to get d4 and get a strong structure here. And it's going to be, it's five players who are here, but only four of them can play. And on board number three, very interestingly, they have decided to put Madaminov on board number three, who by rating is actually on board five, but they decided to place him on board three. He's playing against Wesley. Uh, just trying to get the chat here as well. And we are going to be all set. Guys, what's your prediction for this match? Do you think the young Uzbeki team will be able to outwit the American team, the seasonal American team? Yes. And yes, guys, Chessbase India just reached 3 million subscribers. Very, very nice milestone that Chessbase India reached just a few days back. So thank you everyone for your continuous support towards this channel. It really means a lot to the entire community. It means a lot, I'm sure, to Sagar and Amruta, the entire team behind Chessbase India, who has worked so hard to make this happen. Season team, yes. And we are all set here. Wesley is taking his time here. The time control is 15 minutes plus 10 seconds increment for the rapid segment. And the format is that every board for 1 point, and out of the four boards, whoever gets, like, the whichever team gets 2.5 points is going to win that match. And there are going to be four matches played today. So total of 8 points possible in rapid and eight blitz games. So total of 16 points possible in blitz. Rakshit, hello, hello, hello. 5 millions by the end of the year. That will be amazing. And yes, these kind of matches are very exciting when two teams take on each other, because not only is it a lot about the board, but you also, there also needs to be this team camaraderie. Let's also take a look on the fourth board. Vokhidov Shamsiddin playing with Leinier. And so far, it seems like it's a very stable position. It was the Spanish opening, bishop e7, rook e1, b5, bishop b3, castles, white goes h3, some sort of anti-martial, bishop b7, d3, d6, a4, bishop d2, and rook e8. So far, Uzbeki team is doing quite fine on all the boards. Madaminov here has a slight pull against Wesley. Shamsiddin is also doing quite well. And let's look at this board between Nodirbek and Hikaru. Nodirbek just coming off his tournament in Chennai. I don't think it went very well for him, but I think he played quite decent. So takes d4, knight f6, bishop e3, cd4, knight takes d4. And so far, it looks like an equal position, and there is battery. 1 second. There is batteries on. And yeah, in the talking about this tournament, it's like a preview of what we are going to see in the Olympiad in a few months. Team USA and Team Uzbekistan both are two of the favorites. We also have India, who's going to be defending their title, and the teams just got decided recently. We have Arjun, who's the highest rated player. We have Prague, we have Gukesh on board four. There will be Nihal Sarin, who is going to be replacing Hare Krishna from last time. And then we have our fan favorite Vidit playing on board five. Uh, Queen to b3 played by Hikaru. I think Uzbekistan is the edge here. Amit Rao actually thinks that Uzbekistan has a small edge. I mean, on paper, look at Team USA. They have Fabi, who's so good. Then there is Hikaru, who's one of the best blitz and rapid players. Wesley is also really good, and Dominguez. However, this young Uzbeki team always surprises us with their performance. Gukesh on board one or board four. Uh, it's 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 unclear how the board order for Team India is going to be. In my opinion, Prague will be board one. That's what I feel. Okay, let's go back and take a look at the game between Fabi and Javokhir. Uh, I think we last left it. Let's just take a look again at the opening. White develops his knight to e2, c6, castles, a5. A move like a5 is to stop white from getting this idea of b4 and b5, which is the minority attack. Knight comes to a6, rerouting itself from c7 to e6. And generally, this is a very typical idea to go g6, knight g7, and the idea is to want to exchange the light squared bishops as black. Because if you notice, we have all of our pawns on light squares, which kind of makes our bishop on c8 a bit passive. And that's why we would love to exchange this light squared bishop. Javokhir does that, was blitzing out his move so far. Bishop d6 takes, queen to b3, rook e7, defending the pawn on b7, knight c5, queen to c7, and we are live with all the players here. None of the players have gotten an advantage. All of the games are very, very equal so far. Guys, do like the stream so more people can follow this exciting event that's happening in Miami. And you can see Javokhir is taking a look at the other boards as well. And this is the aspect of team events that makes it so exciting. Because it's not only about your game, you sometimes need to change the way you play your own position based on how your teammates are doing. I am actually here in Miami, Saker. I am here in Miami to follow and cover this event. Thank you so much, guys, for your positive messages. Queen comes back to c2. They're just playing a maneuvering game here, but Fabi at some point is going to be ready to go b4 and b5. This is the strategic idea that Fabi has. Bishop d3. And will he capture back with the knight potentially to reroute the knight to e5? No, he takes back with the f knight. He takes back with the F knight, and we have this like two knights and major piece middle game where we have the Karlsbad structure. It looks kind of even. Let me quickly have an eye if there is something exciting developing on the other boards. And this game between Madaminov and Wesley so seems very exciting. This is a very exciting game between Madaminov, who's the second of Javokhir, but he's on fire recently. We see how well he can play when he defeated Hikaru in Blitz in Charlotte. And just to quickly see the opening, it started off with Berlin. Madaminov goes d3, bishop c5, c3, pawn to d5 by Wesley, knight d2, castles, castles, rook to e8, e takes d5, a6. Wow. Some interesting preparation here by Wesley. Madaminov does not want to enter the complications, goes back bishop c4, knight a5 by Wesley, rook to e1, knight takes c4, d takes c4. So in fact, white is up a pawn, but black has the bishop pair, and Wesley goes for e4, trying to play with initiative, knight d4. And I love how Wesley is playing with a lot of spirit in this game, goes for b5 here, trying to seek some active play. And this has made Madaminov think. The point is to challenge white center here, because if we can capture on d5 with our queen, that will give black a lot of space in the center. Uzbek team is too strong. Uzbekistan has a good team, but guys, don't underestimate Team USA. They are a very experienced and balanced team. Yeah, my opinion on the board order of Indian team is that I think we are going to have Prague on board one. I think Arjun will be on board two. I think Gukesh on board three and Nihal on board four. Something like this. However, of course, being the world champion, uh, some people might say that we should have Gukesh on board one, but I think it would work best if we have Gukesh on board two or board three, where he can score a lot of wins. That would be my opinion or my guess. Guys, 450 of you here do like the stream, and we are going to be here for three more rounds today. Total of 4 rounds of rapid. B5 played by Madaminov. Let's try to break down this position. I mean, the danger in the okay, knight B3, and you can kind of see there is some danger here. Let's say bishop to D6, and already having ideas like bishop takes H2 at some point. I'm not sure how to make like uh, how to show arrows on a Mac. Does anyone know how to make arrows on a Mac? Curious. Okay, knight B3. Wesley is thinking here. Bishop D6 is something that comes to my mind. Although bishop G4, this intermediate move also has some merit, hitting the white queen. Bishop G4 and bishop D6 are the two moves that uh, I think are going to be quite likely to happen in this position. No moves yet. Knight B3, Wesley is thinking. What about Vokhidov's board? Oh, Vokhidov is actually kind of stepping in the wrong direction here. After a4 rook e8, he goes knight to a3, a slightly offbeat square for the knight. We expect generally the white knight to come to c3 and then to d5. Knight comes to a3, knight to d4, chop chop, c3 here. D takes c3, b takes c3, and after c5, suddenly the white knight on a3 seems a bit misplaced, because knight c2, there's going to be c4, breaking this pawns. A takes b5, a takes b5, pawn to c4, but now the bishop on b3 is kind of passive. Black pushes b4, closes the white bishop on b3, and after knight c2, I think Dominguez is having an advantage here against their fourth board, Vokhidov, and winning with black is going to give them a big advantage. You can see uh, Sindarov's coach there behind. I actually spoke with him before the start of the tournament, and he told me, Roman Vidoniak, that he feels Uzbekistan is a 60% favorite in this match. I have to say that my prediction for this match was that I think USA is a small favorite. So, okay, let's do a roundup. Dominguez doing quite good on board 4. He has an advantage. Fabi versus Javokhir is around equal, but Fabi does have a 5-minute advantage. So, both boards here between Hikaru and Nodirbek is also very, very level. And Madaminov and Wesley's game, Wesley is doing quite well here. So right now it feels as US has an advantage of around 2.5 to 1.5, or even 3-1 in their favor. The matches are rapid, Gotham. Today is rapid 15 plus 10. And in Wesley's game, you can kind of see here that uh, he has managed to regain the pawn deficit. And he has a bishop pair. The black bishop is ready to go to b7 next. Very comfortable position for Wesley here. Wow. And white, Madaminov rightly decides to capture a pawn because, black is so active. And in return, white needs to have something. So Madaminov captures the pawn. Bishop b7 played. Guys, what do you think Wesley's idea is after the move bishop b7? Quickly in the chat. What's the idea of Wesley? There is a sneaky move that he's eyeing for. What's the move that Wesley wants to play here? Yes, Rakshit, exactly. Exactly. This move by black, pawn to e3, opening up the queen and the bishop's battery towards the white king is going to be black's idea. Well done, D. Sundar as well. Ah, yes, I see it now. Oops. No, I'm doing something wrong. Cursor on starting square. Okay, I'll try it. E3, guys, exactly, exactly. Well done. So after bishop b7, rook e3 is probably the response. Yes, I agree. I think rook e3 is very likely to happen, but after rook e3, maybe black can consider a move like pawn to h5 to go knight to g4. And there are these cute, cute kids wearing the Uzbeki flag there and the outfit, rooting for Team Uzbekistan. By the way, after bishop f4, b4 was played by Wesley. Wesley is trying to put pressure on the clock as well. Do you want to go back to the game of Fabi and Javokhir? Because Javokhir has not made a move yet. Javokhir needs to move. He has 4 minutes and 13 seconds on his clock. Fabi having 12 and a half minutes. It seems to be going all. Oh no, okay. I guess the time was. Maybe there is some problem with the transmission because it seems like the clock is around equal. Here, maybe we can get a better view of what's happening right now. Knight d6, f3. In fact, as the moves are coming in, it feels, wait, there's something wrong with the transmission. Because of course, queen f2 was not played here, so we'll wait until we get the right transmission on the game of Fabi. But it seems quite tense as both players have their hands uh, on their face, completely zoned in. Hikaru versus Abdusattorov, in my opinion, very likely to head towards some sort of an equal endgame. 6 pawns each, very solid position for black. I expect this game to be going towards a draw. Which means that we are very likely going to get results on board 3 and 4. I think boards 3 and 4 is where we'll see the results today. B4 played by Wesley. And I think this is a great example of how you should play with initiative. Wesley is down a pawn. He goes e4, knight d4. He doesn't want to make a slow move and allow white to consolidate by playing knight f1, bishop e3. Immediately going for b5. Challenging the white pawns, knight b3. Bishop comes back to f8, c takes b5. The central pawn is more important than the pawns in the flank, and that's why he takes the pawn on d5, bishop f4, ab5, takes bishop b7, bishop f4, and again wants to somehow open the position, goes pawn to b4, and Madaminov is in small trouble here. He has 4 minutes, 30 seconds on his clock. And I spoke with Wesley before the start of the event, and he said that he feels very good to have played all of these players recently to know their playing styles. And Madaminov, in my opinion, loves to play with initiative, and Wesley is trying to put him under pressure. Queen to c2 and maybe rook c8 now, right? Or, by the way, queen c2, the idea is that the queen protects the g2 square. So maybe rook c8 is a decent move here. He takes on c3 first. 4.5 minutes for Madaminov here. B takes c3. He needs to take back with the b pawn. I'm surprised he's thinking here because queen c3 looks a bit scary as black can potentially push e3. At some e3, Mataminov is considered to play pawn to f3. And it's so nice, such an inspiring moment for the youngsters there to watch their heroes, Sindarov, to watch Madaminov, to watch Nodirbek, and get inspired to become one of them. Wesley is putting pressure on the clock. Queen takes c3 played by Madaminov. This is a small mistake. A small mistake by Madaminov here. And what should black do? Wow. Guys, can you try to find the best move for black in this position? It's an incredible idea by black. Oh, did Sindarov blunder? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. It seems like Sindarov actually has quite a good position here. Just to quickly finish off, the best move in this position for black was to go knight to h5, attacking the bishop on f4. And if the bishop moves back, now trying to get one more pawn in our attack by playing this move pawn to f5, threatening pawn to f4. And this is going to be a lethal attack on white. Let's see if Wesley can find this. This is a critical moment in the game where Wesley has an advantage, and on board 4, Dominguez has a huge advantage, almost a winning advantage against Vokhidov, and things are going from bad to worse for Team USA. For Team Uzbekistan, sorry. Uzbekistan is struggling, US team is cruising through. And you can see Madaminov there is worried about his teammates' position. Queen to g4, and you can just simply take on g4. And Leinier playing pawn to h6. This is such a classy move, guys. Making sure that white does not have the option of playing g5. And now at some point, we can just simply move our knight to c7 and get rook to a3. The white bishop on b3 is like a big pawn. And Dominguez is going to show his class. He's going to show his experience against the young and talented Vokhidov. Hikaru game, please. Okay. Hikaru's game. Oh, by the way, we have draw. We have draw between the game of Fabi and Javokhir. And maybe this is a very good result for Fabi because with the white pieces, he was slightly worse. And I think Javokhir should have played on because look at his teammates' position. They are not doing so well. Here, Hikaru's game, well, Hikaru, I don't think is can ever lose this position. It's a very solid position uh, for Hikaru here, and it's always such a joy to have. Oh, by the way, you can see the two players, Fabi and Javokhir, analyzing their games. Very nice to see the curiosity between the players sharing some interesting thoughts, a smile there. But always such a pleasure to see Hikaru in action. One of the strongest blitz and rapid players we have seen. Rook takes b5. Let's come back to the board. Queen d1 is a possibility here because rook b2 is a blunder. Guys, why is rook b2 a blunder? Very quickly. Why is rook takes b2 a very bad move? This loses. We need to take advantage of the pin. Pin and win. Pin on the D line. Yes, Anvika. Well done. Yes, Kasturi. Yes, Malik. And all of you are finding the best move. Well done. Um, Pawn to c4, and black is going to lose a piece here. A lot of you found the best move. Shankut Ladevi as well finding it. That's after queen d1. Rook b8 was played, defending the rook on d8. Rook to e2 now, protecting on b2. And we are live. Uh, we are live with the position on the board. White goes rook a to d1. Very solid position here. I want to shift my attention to a game with more action. And here you can see Wesley has gotten uh, close to winning advantage as well with the black pieces. Oh, but the next move is very important for him. And it's not so easy for black to find it. Black to play in this position. Guys, this is a great training position. Wesley does have 3 extra minutes on his clock to find this. And it's an intermediate move. Sorry? भाई आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. हाँ. So it's a good question what my plans are. I graduated 1.5 year back, and right now I'm just enjoying being around chess. So I'm trying to do a mix of playing, do some coaching, and a majority of my time goes in commentating. So I want to explore this aspect for some time right now, and then see how it goes. Yes, bishop to b4. Well done. D. Sundar, random editor. The awakened. Fantastic. Bishop b4, hitting the rook on e1. You can't take the knight on d5 because you lose the rook on e1. And it's not so easy for white to make a move because if rook e2, we now take on e3. And after knight e3, bishop a6. Black is winning material because the white rook on e2 has nowhere to go. Can Wesley find this? By the way, Hikaru's game still equal, and Dominguez, just to see if we have any updates on this board. Well, Dominguez is having a fantastic advantage because the pawns on d3 and d5 are doubled, which means that the pawn on b4 is like a pawn up essentially for black. Combine that with a passive bishop on b3, Dominguez is going to have excellent chances to win this game, and you need 2.5 points to clinch the match out of four. So right now the score is half for Team USA, half for Team Uzbekistan. Wow. Guys, 700 of you watching. Very exciting tournament here happening between Team USA and Team Uzbekistan. We do have Javokhir Sindarov and Abdusattorov playing for Team Uzbek, like leading the pack for Team Uzbekistan. And we have Fabi and Hikaru leading the pack for Team USA. Dominguez is going to uh, have very good chances to win here. But where will Team Uzbekistan find some chances? They need to create uh, some sort of a mess in this match to have chances, because don't remember even a single board where Team USA was struggling. 1 minute for Madaminov. Fabi is, of course, there watching his teammates. Bishop comes to e6. Ah, slight. This was a nice find by Madaminov to go pawn to g4, forcing the black rook away from the defense of the knight on f3. If rook g5, h4 would have been the point. Rook takes f3, rook takes d5, bishop to e6. Played by Wesley, and perhaps this game might be saved by Madaminov. And this is getting very close now. This is getting very close. Rook b5 played in 4 minutes 19 seconds. Taking the pawn on a2 looks very tempting, but knight to d4, and suddenly it might be white who is going to have a pleasant position here. And that's why Wesley is taking his time. He can chop off the pawn on g4 here and get this 3 versus 1 majority. That's the best move in the position. But no, he plays something else. By the way, the moves, the camera seems to be a bit ahead of the live transmission. You can see Fabi there keenly observing by what happened. But the board of Hikaru and Abdusattorov has also ended in a draw. I think Hikaru realized that boards 3 and 4 give Team USA a big advantage. So right now score is 1-1. And if you see on board 3, Wesley is doing quite well. And also on board 4, Dominguez is doing quite well. So it feels like Team USA is going to win the first rapid match. And like before the tournament started, my prediction was that in rapid, Team USA is the favorite. However, in blitz, I had a feeling that Team Uzbekistan might be dangerous. Madaminov trying to defend this position somehow, but he doesn't have a lot of time. Only 23 seconds on his clock. And you can see Dominguez there also glancing back to see what's happening on board number 3. Javokhir is also looking at his compatriots' games. And I love this format. I love how even after the game's finished, the players have to wait to see what's happening on their teammates' boards. They need to create team strategy. And right after the World Cup finished, where we saw this format of a team event, it's nice to see that chess can also be very exciting as a team event. Rook to f4 played, and Madaminov with just 4 seconds on his clock goes rook to c3. But the white king is getting quite weak here as all of white's pieces are moving away. And this means that this maybe gives us chance to play rook to d8 and try to attack the white king, and he does it. Wesley finds it. Dominguez has his kind of a position. Let's quickly take a look at Dominguez's game as well. Oh, this game is actually heading towards a draw. Wow. Wow. Rook a1 was chosen by Dominguez here. And this allowed white to go into the opposite colored bishop endgame, which is a draw now. This game is ending in a draw, which means it's all about board number 3. Let's have the camera of Wesley and Madaminov in front of us. Yes, we have this camera. And all 3 games are going to end draw, which means everything will come down to this board between Wesley and Madaminov. And Wesley needs to win for Team USA to clinch the first rapid match. Can Madaminov hold? Very tense, very tense. 2 minutes, 20 seconds for Wesley and 11 seconds only for Madaminov. So he made the last move with 1 second only. And Wesley seems to be converting it quite cleanly here. Bishop comes to e6, and even though the material is equal, the white king on g1 is quite weak. Wesley needs to take advantage of that. All the rest of the games have ended in the draw. You see how all the board where the team US realized कि कौन से board पे chances है, and उन्होंने बाकी के game फटाफट draw कर लिए, and now it's all going to be about Wesley converting this advantage. What's the winning idea here? Well, we want to play rook to organizing such exciting events. And we are back. There is some lag, sorry for that. As you can see, Wesley is still doing a good job. He has managed to win the b2 pawn, and now the a3 pawn is also going to fall, which will mean Wesley will be up 2 pawns and Team USA will be up 2 points, as they will get the 2 match points after winning their first match. It's going to be a close score of 2.5 to 1.5 for Team USA. Is everything back? Is everything good now? Are we back? Okay, we are back, and Wesley is now going to capture the pawn on a3. We are just waiting for the cameras to be back. Rook c8. However, oh, and rook takes f8. Exactly. That's the idea that he had prepared. King takes f8, bishop to d6 check. Hits the rook on a3 and the king on f8, and that's why rook a1 check was essential, which was found. And now Wesley is also down to 1 minute. If Wesley does not win this, this is going to be a huge save by Madaminov. And things are getting quite exciting here with only 1 minute each for both sides. And as you can see, the little kids there, the team captains, the officials closely following this final game. Knight to e6. Rook a3 check. If the bishop from f8 moves, the g7 pawn falls. Wow. Where will the white king go? What an exciting first game that we have here. Bishop to b4, and look at these two bishops next to each other. If rook takes g7, king to f5, and the problem is that the knight and bishop both are under attack. If you move the knight, you lose the bishop, and there is no good way to protect the knight on e6. And this is the tactical resource that Wesley found by playing bishop to b4. A very nice move. Congrats on 3 million. Thank you so much, guys. We did have some lag before, but now we are all back. So do like the stream so that more people can follow this 2-day event. Bishop comes back to e3. And Wesley looks so calm. Looks so calm. Madaminov takes a look at his clock on the left. He's getting a bit nervous. Wesley as calm as ever. And now I think it's time. Is it time to play king f5 or is it too much? No, he goes rook a2 check first. If king went to g3, bishop d6 check would have been a big problem, and that's why the white king goes back to f1. And Wesley simply needs to he's shaking his head there, Wesley. And oh my goodness!
Hello.
Hello, sir!
How are you?
Very well, Sagar bhai, came cho?
Let's go, Harshit bhai. This is incredible, bhai. Ki USA is actually winning the first round.
Bhai, they are winning, but not yet. Madaminov is fighting.
Two Bs on the board, and the black king is little bit in trouble, yeah. थोड़ा
sure.
checkmate हो सकता है.
Can you see the screen, bhai? Everything is good.
I can see that you are at least seeing. Board is coming. Let me see if the live chat लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. And oh.
And you can see, bhai, wahan pe Dominguez is looking at the game because he was actually completely winning on his board, but he decided to change the rooks. And if Wesley does not win this game, that decision by Dominguez is going to haunt him.
Because Dominguez was winning, huh?
Yes, had a great position, Dominguez.
Bhai, look at the kids in the background, yeah? Those little kids. They are there supporting. Ooh, Madaminov shaking his head. He's like, नहीं यार ठीक नहीं चल रहा है कुछ.
Yeah, takes the pawn, and I think now just king g4 maybe. And the white king seems to be getting checkmated soon, right? King f3 is coming in next.
Yeah,
Knight
this is
g7.
looking.
King g4 played. This is happening.
Yeah, it's a check. And now, Harshit bhai, can we try to win a bishop? Rook b7? No, he goes bd4. Stopping
Bishop
rook a1.
d4. This does stop rook a1. Yes.
Well, somehow, if Madaminov can draw this, rest 3 games have been drawn. So,
Yes.
draw हो सकता है.
By bishop d6. Threatening bishop h2 check.
And also the rook. Oh, bishop h2 is mate. No, it's not a mate.
Bishop h2. King h1. He goes back rook to c1.
And now bishop h2 and bishop e2, right? Just game over.
Check. King h1. Bishop e2 nahi, bhai. h2 bishop mar
bishop
jayega.
E2. Bishop.
But bishop d3, let's say. Yeah.
Let's go.
And but he goes bishop to f4. Trying to kick away the rook from c1 so that he gets access to the c6 square as black. That's his idea.
Hi, can you see the live chat?
Uh,
Wait,
yes.
let me see the live chat. I'll go and get my phone. 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Bhai, let's go. We have Sagar Bhai as well. We have eight of the best players playing in front of us. And you can see there Madaminov kind of shaking his head. Wesley knows that he's completely winning. And resignation. Team USA wins the first match of rapid 2.5 to 1.5. As you can see, finally, Wesley broke a smile. You can see Fiona very quickly there uh, asking him his thoughts after he gave Team USA the only point, only winning point, but the most important one. And uh, now Team Uzbekistan. I mean, it's still a long match. It's a very long event. The first match, the first rapid game goes to USA, but there are three more rapid games today, and after that, eight more blitz games. So it's far from over this event.
Bhai, next round is it Hikaru Nakamura versus Sindarov?
The next round, yes, yes.
Arey, let's go. Harshit bhai,
Let's
where are
go.
you right now? Where are
I
you?
am in Miami, and I'm in
Wow.
Abhyuday's room right now. It's a beautiful room,
अच्छा.
beautiful playing hall,
Look at
and
अभ्युदय भाई अभ्युदय का नाम लिया और हाजिर हो गए वो
let's
on the
go.
screen. So you are in Miami. You are in the same hotel as the players, and you are right now commentating from that room, and the
Yes,
players are just below you, like somewhere.
the the players are playing actually on the top, like 12th
अच्छा.
floor, and it's we made a venue tour which will be coming out very very soon as well
हाँ.
of this place,
And Harshit
and
bhai, if you want to drink coffee, do you go to this place and ऐसे pick up a cup of coffee?
I
This is a very background is a little bit weird, yeah. कि
I
पीछे
have my
coffee.
favorite smoothie with me.
Oh, bhai. Guys, this is something I miss with Harshit bhai because he's around, he brings smoothie for everyone, and also he's a very smooth
अरे
operator.
भाई
But right now, Harshit bhai is 5,000 kilometers away, no, maybe even more. He is in the US. I am in Mumbai. He's in Miami. I'm in Mumbai. And how
mm
is the venue there, Harshit bhai?
excellent bhai. It's
Acha.
so good. It's like I have to say that it's very impressive and amazing how Vadim has given these chess players such amazing conditions
Mm.
and the spectators such amazing content to have a match like this. But bhai, content ke naam se we are speaking for the first time after you hit 3 million subscribers. Bhai, congrats.
भाई यू नहीं भाई वी ऐसे थोड़ी ना चलेगा.
भाई, अरे भाई,
हर्षित
आप
भाई का
आप तो
हाथ
भाई
बहुत
डॉन हो
बड़ा
भाई.
है भाई 3 मिलियन में. हर्षित भाई joined us like commentating. Maybe first event was during FIDE Olympiad when we were maybe not even 1 million at that point. So Harshit
Yeah.
bhai, we have actually crossed couple of millions together.
भाई क्या crazy भाई. And I am hoping that now after 3 million, the next millions are coming very very soon. What?
Exactly.
But
Let's.
anyways,
Hmm.
that being said, the journey was amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I think the journey is more interesting than the destination because now we have this tournament, then we have EWC, then we have, um, so many tournaments coming up like the Global Chess League, the um, Olympiad, and then the World Championship match. Bhai, it's a crazy year. Hai.
what's happening with you, Sagar bhai? You're in Mumbai.
Yes, I'm in Mumbai and I've been working on Chess Ranga for the last few days, trying to do some things, also trying to get back my sleep schedule after I spent last few days in the US. Harshit bhai, I don't understand how you keep moving from India to US so easily. मेरे को तो बहुत दिन लग गया भाई वापस आने को.
Why I have some sort of a trick, yeah, that I try to not watch any television on the TV on the flight.
Oh, and
Um,
sleep.
I, I try to sleep like, and I basically also try to not eat the food that they give on the flight.
Hmm,
Um, and I think this doing these things actually helps me a lot.
right. Oh, interesting. Also, it helps that you are in your 20s, bhai. Something that I
Bhai, but
cannot do by any trick.
yeah, bhai, I have to ask you, bhai,
Hmm.
because when I spoke to Roman Vidoniak before the start of the event, he
Hmm.
gave Team Uzbekistan a 60% chance of winning this match against Team USA. Would you would you be on the same page as him?
By already they
Because
have lost their first game, first sort of. So,
but it's a very long event,
well, just to tell the format, there are 12 rounds, correct?
12 rounds,
12
4 of
rounds,
rapid, 8 of blitz.
and everything is 1 point, correct?
Points.
Points. So,
So,
right now, US is leading 2-0.
mhm.
So maybe our directors have Vivek bhai, if we can scoreboard somewhere, Niche, USA and Uzbekistan 2-0
For
to
US.
the for the US team, तो सही होगा. And also, I see that there is a bar which is running. I don't know if there's already the game is over, so it should be 0-1. The players are coming back. My feeling, Harshit bhai, is that third and fourth board, USA is much stronger. On first two boards, I would say
It's
Uzbekistan
very
have a
close.
small edge because I think Sindarov and Nodirbek both are like really, really in form players right now. That's my feeling. I don't know. What do you think about this assessment?
I agree with most of what you said. I will say that Team USA is very lucky to have Hikaru join them
Hmm.
because we do know that he is not playing in Samarkand, and
Ah,
having
yes.
his presence in the team uh, does change the situation quite a lot. So I do think that with this Team USA, with having Hikaru.
Exactly, yeah. So I think Saab has vanished. अपन दोनों बच गए भाई कोई लाइव कुछ जा नहीं रहा है एक सेकेंड maybe he'll be back.
But are we live?
um, he's here. I think we are live, but maybe Vivek bhai's internet is gone. Okay, I think we are back. विवेक भाई आपका इंटरनेट ठीक है क्या? हाँ बट अभी तो वैसे एकदम पैची आ रहा है आपका आवाज. The
Coming back.
players are
Yes.
coming back.
And a big match.
The second game is about to begin. I think Sindaro versus Hikaru is what I am
Oh,
here
sure,
for,
bhai.
Harshit bhai.
And I think Hikaru will win.
आपको लग रहा है ऐसे?
Huh.
भाई Sindarov, for sure, for sure.
But actually, in these kind of events, I've noticed that Hikaru is someone who thinks a lot about strategy. So
Hmm.
from his perspective, Sindarov is the strongest player in Team Uzbekistan. Um, and if he manages to hold Sindarov, that does give Team USA a bigger chance of winning the round.
Hmm. Yeah, I think in general it is for sure that if Hikaru does beat Sindaro, it will be a huge thing. But what are the pairings on the other board? It
So we
is
have Fabi, who is going to be taking against. Uh, Let me just get the round two here. It starts in 1 minute. We have Fabi playing with the black pieces against Abdusattorov. So board one and two, Team
Hmm.
Uzbekistan is white, and board three and four, Team USA is white.
Oh, okay. Let's go to board one, bhai.
Fabi Abdusattorov.
That is board one. Okay, then board two, bhai.
Okay, bye.
What is board three? Board three क्या है?
Board three is Wesley is playing against Vokhidov.
Wesley versus Vokhidov, and board four.
Is Levon versus Yakubboev. So they decided to rest Madaminov.
Oh, and also Dominguez took rest. What a team, yeah, that you can give Dominguez rest and get Levon Aronian. Whoa.
Yeah.
I think Team USA is a small favorite for sure. Like if you have Levon as well in your team, although Yakubboev is a very strong player himself, he reached fourth place in the FIDE World Cup, and
Mhm.
now look at the cameraman having his camera right in front of the of the camera there. And who is the guest there, Harshit Bhai? Seems like someone from USA. No, the guest from Uzbekistan.
He is the captain of the Uzbekistan team, I think. And we also have a VIP guest. Perhaps there is uh, Sindarov, Javokhir's brother there.
Oh, and can we go to
Uh,
board one? I think that is where the first move is happening.
uh, Fabi
Okay.
has played. Oh no, sorry. Abdusattorov has played pawn to d4, and I think we are going to get kickoff between the game of Javokhir as well. But which game do you want to stick on?
I think let's go to the Javokhir Nakamura game.
Yes, I'm here, and it has started. E4, E5, and Petrov defense chosen by Hikaru.
Oh, let's go. Come on, Javokhir. Hikaru is saying, I'll play very solid. And Javokhir, you try for the win.
I think we are excited to see if Javokhir will show some World Championship prep. Yeah.
Oh, he played d4, knight takes e4, and now bishop comes out to d3 usually, and he plays it.
Yeah, you're right.
e5,
It is the bishop
all
on
well
E4.
known. I think Harshit Bhai plays this line with white pieces.
Yeah,
है
and
ना, आप खेलते हो ना हर्षित भाई ये लाइन या नहीं?
I like this line as white, but it's very very solid for black. So,
Mhm.
it knight takes D7.
Can you explain to our viewers, Harshit Bhai, why is this line super solid for black?
Well, because if you look at the pawn structure, it's symmetrical. Black does not have any real weaknesses in the position. The only thing that white can potentially claim is that he is slightly better developed. And generally, when we are slightly better developed, we want to change the advantage of initiative into something. And here, that's why white goes knight to c3, trying to change the pawn structure in some way. If black takes, we take back with the b pawn, which opens our file for the rook, which can come to b1.
And maybe a question to our viewers here. I have seen this line actually, Harshit Bhai, knight takes c3,
Uh-huh.
b takes c3. I think it happened in Ivanchuk versus Anish Giri game.
Okay.
uh, Castles, and
Mm-hmm.
then queen h5, and you are attacking h7 and d5, and then comes the move f5, and
Mm-hmm.
somehow black is doing okay, like there's no real problems.
Yeah, which for me it looks a bit dangerous strategically, because white can play bishop g5 and then somehow try
Queen.
to exchange the dark squared bishops. But I think with good preparation, black is able to neutralize this knight c3, and Hikaru actually taking his first bit of thought here.
Hmm.
He's trying to recollect. You can see he's looking on the left. I think uh, I think Tanya once said that if someone is looking on the left, or someone once told me that if you're looking on the left, it means that they're remembering something.
Yes.
And
I
here,
generally nowadays, why against when I see Tanya, I don't look left or right. I just look at because she knows. Oh, she's like, oh, he's trying to remember something. By the way, knight c3, bc3 on the board, and
played.
we have people in the chat, guys. What do you think? Is Sindarov looking in good form for the World Championship coming later this year, or do you think Gukesh will come out on top? भाई मुझे क्या लगता है सिंडारो हमेशा नींद में लगता है, देखो ना अभी भी यॉन कर रहा था. ही इज प्लेइंग काउंटर स्ट्राइक, ही इज वाचिंग फुटबॉल, ही इज जस्ट चिलिंग या इन लाइफ.
He actually had a training camp before this in Miami.
अच्छा.
So he was here in Miami a few days back with Roman. Maybe there were some other strong players in the camp as well. So he's someone. I think for him playing chess is just like he's doing this every day. So कुछ नया
ऐसे
नहीं है.
वो ही इज नॉट एक्सर्टिंग, like right, for
Hmm.
example, it's like for you how it is while doing commentary, you are enjoying.
Yeah, it's true. It's I just feel very comfortable. By the way, Rook B1,
Same
Javokhir is
line भाई,
blitzing out.
ये अपन ने जो डिस्कस किया वही हुआ, f5,
By
and now he plays rook b1.
yeah,
अरे हर्षित भाई गूगल पे क्या सर्च कर रहे हो?
yeah, I just yeah. Rook b1. And can we maybe quickly take a look at Fabi's game as well?
Let's go.
Because
People are saying
Fabi,
50-50, Sindarov will win, no doubt. Gukesh has no chance. Arey, bye.
oh, wow, wait.
Oh, we have the
Let's
Najdorf.
take Najdorf, yeah. Queen f3, h6, bishop h4, knight d7, long castles, queen c7.
G4, let's go.
No, if g4, black has a very nice idea of going g5 sometimes.
FG.
Fg and knight, and this is basically realize the pressure in the center. And if the queen moves, we take the pawn on g4 next. And that's why after queen c7, white makes an incredible move, queen back to e2. And this has suddenly made Fabiano think.
Right. And maybe b5 should be the right move, right, Harshit bhai?
Yeah.
To push
And
the
I'm going
pawn.
to tell a very cool, important detail in this Najdorf position is that when we go e5 here, d takes e5, f takes e5, knight takes e5. This is a very good version for white with h6 and bishop h4 included, because after bishop g3, black has this very annoying pin to deal with. And compare this position with this one.
Deep.
Queen e2, castle, queen c7. And I have a question. What's the difference in this case? Let's say after
E5.
sorry, b5.
No, correct.
Long castles and queen c7. Here e5 really does not work, because after d5, fe5, knight e5, bishop f4,
Let's ask our viewers.
we have a very strong move
Guys,
possible
black
for
to
black.
play. Sagar by
And
glowing different after 3 million subs. No, guys, skincare routine, guys. एकदम. Plus lighting improve किया है.
skincare routine? Really? Bye.
भाई नहीं भाई, मैं क्या रखूंगा स्किन केयर. ए रूहान चेस, जॉयसुला कार्तिक, very cool. Knight d3 check, and then you win the bishop.
Bishop on f4, no matter what white takes on d3 with. And this is the reason why after queen e to b5, white does have the ability to push e5 now. So that's the idea of Abdusattorov, and that's why Fabi plays g6 here.
What?
Wow.
No way. What a move. G6. ये क्या मूव किया भाई? मैं मेरी जिंदगी में नहीं खेल सकता था G6.
Actually, in this Najdorf lines, it's kind of a popular idea, because in some lines black wants to push e5, and if f5, we can now play g takes f5, e takes f5, and get e5.
And also the next move is, if you do not do anything as white, like you play king b1, then maybe black wants to go e5, right? Here.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Because
g6, now the knight cannot jump to f5. Wow. Okay. So this is interesting, Harshita. Let's go back to Hikaru versus Javokhir Sindarov, and then look at board 3 and 4.
Oh, wow. So rook b1 is where we left at. b6 was played. Rook e1 by Javokhir. Again, blitzed it out. c6. And now he played pawn to c4.
And what is Javokhir's time?
He has 14 minutes, 40 seconds. Wow. So he has essentially blitzed out everything. And Hikaru has 12 minutes.
Okay. So now Hikaru has a choice whether to take the pawn on c4 or ignore it.
No, for sure taking should be bad, I think.
But if you take, bishop takes, king h8.
Yeah, but bishop g5, this looks so dangerous.
And queen to c7. Can I survive?
Oh, wow. White has a winning move here.
Oh my goodness. I think I found it, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. Is it bishop e7?
It's a good move. Bishop e7 is a good move, but there is bishop
f7.
Yes.
Prophylaxis against rook e8, huh? Or bg6
and bishop g6 is coming in next. Finito.
Crazy move.
So c4, black can't take, and that's why Hikaru is having his first bit of thought here. A small edge to Javokhir on this board in my opinion, and a small edge for Abdusattorov on board 1.
Arey bapre. So Uzbeks dominating on board 1 and 2. Can't say dominating, but at least doing well. Let's go to
Yes.
board 3. Oh my God, where are all the pawns? So dono queen went hungry, hunting, pawn hunting.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that even if a lot of pieces are going to get exchanged with the bishop pair, I think Wesley might be someone who's going to strike again, bhai. Wesley is very dangerous.
Yeah, because he has the bishop pair here. He has an extra pawn. But right now, Shamsiddin takes on a3, queen takes a3, rook a3, and now two bishops versus bishop and knight. I think by draw hona chahiye, hai na?
Bhai, but ye c7 pawn also slightly weak. I think it will be a long defense.
Hmm.
Long defense, and मुझे लगता है जीत जाएगा भाई. e4 f3 खेलेगा and धीरे धीरे Wesley will win.
Wow. Okay. So Wesley, so USA slightly better here. Let's go to board
Mhm.
4, where we have Levon
What
Aronian
is
versus
this?
Nodirbek Yakubboev.
Wait, what is this position?
This is, I think, well-known opening, yeah? Or
Yeah,
not?
this is well known. e5, knight e4, knight
Can we
c6.
have white this side? Because
Yeah,
we
sure.
see keeping white. Otherwise, it looks like we are supporting for Uzbekistan. But
Take
guys, we have no team that we are supporting. For us, both are equal.
takes so black sacrifices a pawn. I actually did not know about this line. Bishop b7, e6, played by Levon. Levon coming off his fresh tournament victory in Biel in Switzerland. F takes
Okay.
castles, knight to e5, takes on d5, rook takes d5, rook e1. All my life with white.
Yeah, somehow I think there's some lag here.
Are you sharing the screen now or?
No, it is your screen only, but okay, we are back. Yeah, we are back. So
So the idea of the placing the pawn to g3 is that it gives us access to the h3 square for our bishop as well. And the h4 bishop is also protected. So this is the reason why white decides to place his pawn on g3 instead of g4. And if we
okay.
can get the camera of Nodirbek and Fabi as well, that will be great.
Hmm. So here we can say that it's still early days and both are playing quite slowly. He played e5.
e5 though. Yeah,
And what should
e5.
can we take?
Oh, this is a really, this move really gives black an advantage because
Because
don't forget
g5.
g5 is going to trap your bishop, Sagar bhai.
Hmm. So I shouldn't take the pawn. And this is
Just
exactly what
retreat back with your knight.
knight b3, ef.
Ef, gf, and this is looking really good for white suddenly.
Wow.
With
It's
ideas
such a
connected
it's
with
such a
e5.
sharp position.
He goes back knight f3.
Oh, knight to f3. And he's putting pressure on the e5 point. He's also looking at the g5 point. भाई मेरे को तो लग रहा है कि Nodirbek is going to crush it here.
Yeah. And Javokhir ke board pe dekho, Hikaru
Bye,
is still thinking.
let's go to that board.
By
And
6 minutes for Hikaru.
can we get Hikaru and Javokhir, director sir? Let's go.
Yeah. No moves. I can't believe this. Bhai,
But Hikaru is feeling the pressure. उसको candidates का वो round याद आ गया where he was thinking for how many minutes? 69 minutes was it?
insane. Yeah.
Oh, is it 69? Because Harshit bhai, you are 69 GM of India. Was it 69 minutes?
इसलिए तुमने बोला भाई नहीं भाई.
नहीं, मेरे ख्याल से it was 69. Maybe chat can confirm how many minutes did Hikaru think in that epic game against Javokhir at the candidates. It was the longest think of the tournament. People in the chat asking anyone from Uzbekistan. Well, I'm sure there are many who are watching this There's also, I believe, a live stream on Uz Chess. The WR
Yes,
Chess also have a live stream, and I think this tournament is really, really an amazing celebration
too
of
good,
chess.
too
I
good.
mean, before Olympiad, the fight between two teams which will fight for.
Your like, can you like ऐसा कर सकते हैं? Yes.
I'll check. Oh, he took. He took.
It took on C4.
No way.
भाई
विषय जीत जाएगा ये.
भाई
BG5.
जाओ
Let's go. Sindarov.
भाई in 14 moves is winning.
एक मिनट भाई.
Yeah, yeah. Guys, king to h8 played by Hikaru, but bishop g5 now, and Javokhir's position is significantly better if he finds bishop g5. I mean, oh yes, he plays it. Bishop g5 played, and if Hikaru moves the queen to c7, the game is over. In 15 moves, the game is going to be over. Wow. This can be a miniature by Javokhir against Hikaru. The World Championship challenger showing excellent preparation here. Hikaru thought for 10 minutes. Maybe it was a bit too long of a thing. And after d takes c4, bishop takes c4, bishop g5, white's initiative is just too strong. And look at Hikaru there. He's looking towards the left. I think he realizes that he has stepped his foot in the wrong direction. Javokhir looking very, very confident. There's still 14 minutes, 20 seconds on his clock. Hikaru down to 3 minutes. It seems as if Team Uzbekistan is going to strike back right away. Bishop Queen C7 played. Hikaru plays Queen C7, and now if Bishop F7 is played, it's completely winning for Javokhir. Bishop F7. Javokhir, if he finds this, it's finito. Queen C7 played. Sagar bhai, you won't believe what has happened.
हेलो हेलो. अरे
Hello
भाई.
bhai, look at
भाई
what has
मैं क्या
happened.
बोल रहा हूँ, जो भी मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो हिकारू खेल रहा है, विच इज एक्चुअली बैड न्यूज फॉर हिकारू, क्योंकि वो मेरे मुंह से कर रहा है भाई.
Bhai, it's completely losing now.
गेटिंग क्रश.
If Bishop F7, it's game over. 15 move में खत्म खलास.
जाओ तो बिशप एफ7 तो खेलेगा ही ना भाई. ये तो बहुत ही इजी मूव है.
By now the lag is fixed, क्या?
हाँ, so we have decided that maybe I will take over the stream. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, Vivek bhai will send me all the assets and everything.
Okay.
So then I will slowly build it up here. जब तक ये चल रहा है. तो भाई बीच में मैं थोड़ा अगर कमेंट्री नहीं कर रहा हूँ तो आई एम जस्ट सेटिंग अप थिंग्स.
Bhai, guys, Queen C7 played. Hikaru leans back on his chair. Vokhidov to save this endgame against Wesley. So I predict Wesley to win on this board. And Levon is picking it where he left from BL. He won the and he has a very big advantage against Yakubboev. So boards 3 and 4, Team USA doing really well. Board one, Fabi is complicated. So still actually, oh, bishop f7 played. Wow.
क्रेजी। भाई जावोकिर सिंदारो को क्या ही बोले अपन। ही इज जस्ट इन माइंड बॉगलिंग फॉर्म। मतलब वो ऐसे इजीली खेल रहा है चेस। इवन नारोडिट्स की मेमोरियल जैसा टूर्नामेंट ही जस्ट
जीत
वन।
गया भाई. It feels like world championship maybe he's going to be very hard to stop by.
या डेफिनेटली ही इज वन ऑफ द फेवरेट्स फॉर श्योर बट
भाई वन ऑफ द मतलब दो ही लोग.
but I have full faith in Gukesh bhai that he will fight. Like imagine everyone thought Gukesh is a heavy favorite against Ding and Gukesh had to work so hard.
Hmm.
So you know guys, world championship is a different beast. Pressure बहुत आता है उसके वक्त। क्या लगता है अर्चित
And
भाई?
look at, yeah, I completely agree. I think it's going to be very exciting to see if Gukesh can somehow find his form back. But right now, Hikaru has nothing he can find in this position, as White's next idea of bishop g6 is just unstoppable.
He's just completely crushing here, and this is amazing.
So Javokhir is winning. Fabi's game. Oh, what? Fabi has a huge advantage. Bhai,
फाबिस लाइक रुको जरा, हम
bhai.
थोड़ी ना जीतने देंगे इजीली।
Boom! d5, breaking in the center. And Abdusattorov took e takes d5, and this allows black to play this move pawn to e4, opening up his bishop from f6. And if knight d4, knight c4, and man, this is going to be a dangerous attack towards the white king. And this is happening e4, knight d4 on the board. Can Fabi find knight c4? Only move that gives him a winning advantage.
He will find it in his sleep.
No, queen c5.
No, he didn't play.
He did not play it.
Ooh.
Back to equality.
Chess is
But
tough.
by right now, look at this. Sindarov is going to win. So, one Uzbekistan. Levon has a huge advantage on board 4. So, let's say he wins it 1-1. And on both the other boards, Team USA is pushing.
Wow.
Wesley is slightly better here. And as you can see, Levon has a very big advantage, can chop off the pawn on e6 right now. With 10 minutes to 3 minutes for Yakubboev, Levon is in excellent shape. Rook takes e6. Levon utilizing his time advantage. But let's stick to this game as we can see a result very soon. 30 seconds for Hikaru. Rook to e7. Invasion on the 7th rank by Javokhir. And Hikaru, he looks at the clock, he shakes his head. He looks at the clock again. Doesn't know what to do. Bishop to g6 is coming in next. He finally makes a move. He finally makes a move. Rook a to d8. And how can white finish it off here? Wow, what a beautiful move that white can potentially play here. Bishop to f6, guys. That will be epic. Epic move. If gf6, bishop to g6, or even something like bishop to g8, and you just simply cannot stop mate on h7 next. Several other ways for white to win, but bishop f6 is the cutest way. Javokhir utilizing his time advantage. Hikaru knows that it's game over. Yeah, he's shaking his head there, Hikaru. This is
Bhai,
the
Javokhir beat Hikaru like very easily. I felt like Hikaru played like a little bit like me.
अरे भाई.
भाई सच में ये क्या है? मतलब this was not well played, right?
Oh, he plays it. What a move. Bishop to f6 by Javokhir. Ah, brilliant. Queen comes to d6 and bishop g6. भाई
Oh my
क्या चल
God.
रहा है?
Bhai Javokhir is just saying, he's just saying कि भाई मैं जीतने
Bishop
वाला हूँ.
h and
And he
resignation.
resigns. Wow.
बहुत ही जल्दी खत्म कर दिया जावोखिर ने. And Hikaru is like, what was the opening theory? And Javokhir is like, yes, this was the opening line. And Hikaru is like,
But don't you think Hikaru played not like a super GM in this game?
yeah, because right after the opening, just one new move and
Yeah, he didn't play
Hikaru
well.
lost.
He didn't
Yeah,
play well at all.
yeah, tough round for Hikaru on this board. However, he can be saved by his teammates. Let's take a look at Fabi's game because Fabi's game, I mean, Fabi is actually putting a lot of pressure on Abdusattorov. Knight c4 now. And suddenly it's black who is on the upper hand. Knight takes e4. भाई क्या crazy game चल रहा है ये? What is happening? Knight takes e4. Wait, did Abdusattorov forget that after fe4, queen f6, he's losing his bishop on h3?
So he's blundered or what?
Yeah, if queen h6 here, queen b6, this is what he missed. Wow, guys, look at this fantastic move, queen b6. Hit threatening checkmate and trying to exchange the queens. This is what Abdusattorov has missed. Fabi can take on e4 now and take the bishop on h3. It's not trivial to find this with 3 minutes on the clock, but he takes on e4. He finds the best move. Queen takes f6 played. He takes the bishop on h3, Fabi. And let's see if we'll see any reactions. Queen takes h6. And I think Fabi has spotted it. I think he has spotted it. He looks at the clock. He just wants to double check his calculation. But queen to b6 here. Yes, plays it. Plays it. And that's going to be the equalizer by Team USA.
Wow.
What a close battle this one.
मजेदार मैच तो हो रहा है भाई, कुछ भी बोलो.
Queen b6. क्या crazy move ढूंढा है भाई फाबी ने.
Guys, all those who are watching, just in case you're thinking that why am I not commentating, it's because I'm setting up the entire live stream. अभी director साहब वहाँ पे internet is a little bit shaky, so we're just changing it.
Yeah, queen comes to f4, but black is up a clean piece here. Currently, Uzbekistan is leading 1-0. I think Fabi winning will make it 1-1. Wesley's game, Wesley is still putting a lot of pressure on Vokhidov. He's advanced his pawns a little bit and black's pieces look passive. So Wesley pressing and Levon pressing as well. So it's definitely advantage Team USA right now. Abdusattorov trying to make a mess on the board, plays the move pawn to g4. And what I really admire about Abdusattorov is that he really doesn't give any emotions. If I blundered like this, I would be like, how did I blunder like this? I would shake my head. But Abdusattorov is playing as if he had seen all of this.
Abdusattorov is a real soldier. Yeah, he's just so it's like he's always on the war front.
He's a scary guy. Yeah,
amazing person. Caruana.
Goes pawn to g4 here, and actually this has confused Fabi. Fabi is thinking he's down to 2 minutes, and if Abdusattorov doesn't lose this, Uzbekistan is going to win the match.
But how? On which board is Uzbekistan? Because Aronian is doing well, right?
But I mean, it's not winning. And g4, Fabi plays bishop to g2. That's a really big mistake because rook to g1 and suddenly it's equal. Abdusattorov is fighting back. He's clawing his way back to equality. Suddenly became very quiet there inside the playing hall. Rook to G1 played. And you can see Abdusattorov suddenly getting a lot of confidence. He's oozing with confidence right now as he plays the move Rook to G1 and putting pressure on Fabi's clock. Just to quickly take a look at the other boards, yeah, I think we should stay on this board. Stay on this board. The only result we have so far is Javokhir defeating Hikaru in a very nice miniature game. Fabi down to 1 minute, 20 seconds. Needs to make a move. Bishop f3, the move that he was potentially considering, loses to knight f3, e takes f3, and you lose the knight on c4. This is easy to miss, that you lose your knight on c4 at the end of the variation. And Fabi has dipped below 1 minute. Rook d5, rook takes g2. White wins back the piece. This might even be a game where Abdusattorov starts to play for a win. Oh, I'm getting really worried for Fabi in this board. He had such a good position, but Abdusattorov creating practical problems now. 30 seconds for Fabi. I mean, just needs to play something. Maybe e3. E3 is f d8. But it looks like a very logical move. But he plays knight takes b2. Wow. What a move by Fabi here. He's known as a human machine, and he does find one of the best moves is king b2, queen b6 check. And if king goes back to c1, rook takes d4 is what Fabi is banking on. And after knight b2, king b2, queen b6 check, this is happening. And you can see even the officials taking a lot of interest on this game. Takes rook takes d4 immediately played by Fabi. He's locked in. A draw is a very decent result for Abdusattorov considering the position that he had. Just to quickly check on board 3. Wow, Shamsiddin has actually managed to consolidate his position, and this game seems to be heading to a draw. And Levon's game might end in a draw as well.
Wow.
And if that happens, Team Uzbekistan is going to win the match. Immediately equalizing the match points. Team USA, for the ones who just joined, Team USA won their first rapid match, 2.5, 1.5. Hikaru, look at Hikaru there. Keenly following the game of Levon and Yakubboev. But maybe if we can have the game of, if we can have the camera of Fabi, that will be great, because I think the game might end with a perpetual any time now. Queen g5 check, king to h7. And you can see Abdusattorov there taking a look at the other boards, and I think he'll be happy to see that Javokhir has won quickly. This game is going to be heading towards the draw, which means Uzbekistan will lead 1.5 to half. Team USA needs to find a win somewhere on boards 3 and 4 in order to keep the match balanced. Oh, wow. What a move. What a decision by Vokhidov to give up His exchange. Incredible decision. And he thinks that defending exchange down, but with such a compact pawn structure, is to defend this will be very easy. And Shamsiddin is closer than ever to a draw.
Bhai, let's go to this also, right? Fabi versus Nodirbek.
Yes, this is
Because
the.
it's not ending in a draw. They
It's
are
not no
fighting.
perpetual.
No perpetual.
I think Abdusattorov wants to win by, because at the end of the day, if the match points are equal, it's going to be game points, which is the next
Oh,
tiebreak. And that's why by King D2.
amazing. Yeah.
King is a piece in the end game. Abdusattorov is trying to bring his king closer towards the center. King to G7 played by Fabi. And I find it hard to imagine that someone like Fabi can lose this. But he just has 1 minute on his clock.
Director साहब, I'm ready. हाँ, आपको जब भी I'm ready to take over.
King takes G6. And by the reaction and body language of Fabi, it kind of feels like he knows that this game is ending or heading towards the draw. Abdusattorov somehow wants to keep the game going, but I think that draw is going to be a likely result in this match. I want to see if on this board, in this opposite colored endgame, if any side has a chance. Pawn to G5 pushed by Levon. I think he wants to go G6 and H6 somehow, but won't be enough to win. This should be ending in a draw. Team Uzbekistan is currently a favorite to win the rapid
Round two.
round two.
Round one went to USA,
Uh-huh.
and now round two to Uzbekistan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will be 2-2 if that happens.
Very close match. Pawn to
मजा आ रहा है
H4.
भाई, मजा आ रहा है. And guys, today is rapid, tomorrow is blitz.
Yes. Pawn to H4 played. Do you want to maybe take a look at the game of Wesley? Because he
Right.
is currently up on exchange. Um, and here you can see Fabi is just relaxed. He's taking a look on the other boards. It's not easy to convert this extra exchange position with Black having such a solid structure.
Which game are you watching now?
I'm watching Wesley's game by. If you want, you can share the screen. Is that easier or?
Yeah, I will do that. But when we end this round. Oh, draw between Nodirbek and Caruana. So
Yeah.
there is a draw there. Then Sindarov has beaten Hikaru, and the rest of the games are ending in a draw. But
Well,
maybe Wesley can eke this out, yeah, the win. Then it will be 2-2.
it's not easy to imagine how White can win this though, because Black just pushes his pawn to H5 next, and it's almost like Black has created a fortress, no?
Yeah, but somehow, Harshit bhai, my king can come in, king d5, king d6. Maybe I try to enter in with my king, my bishop, rook, g7, a bit weak. I do get a feeling that there are some chances, no? Here.
Yeah, some chances for White. I agree. Some chances for White.
And that's all that
H5
USA
played.
needs. Some chances here. Because then they will be keeping their lead in the match, 2-0.
Pawn to H5 played. Bishop goes back to E3. Look at Hikaru thereby. How keenly he's watching the game because he wants to make sure that his loss doesn't dictate how the uh, scorecard is. Bishop goes back to e3, king g6, and very little Wesley can do in this position. It's currently threatening pawn to f5 check.
It seems like Levon's game is crazy, yeah. Maybe Yakubboev could win this because look at that. He has two pawns on b3
Mhm.
and c4, and he can push c3, bishop takes c3, king takes a3. It's very sharp, actually,
But if white goes king d4,
right now.
yeah,
King d4.
just
Do I
trying to.
have like bishop? Okay, then you will blockade with your king on
This,
c3.
I can just play g6
Mm. Okay,
after
so
bishop f.
maybe king d4 is a king d2, king d4 coming to c3 and sitting there is what Levon can get an easy draw there. But I think
Mhm.
Levon is looking at the team situation and thinking, how can I try for something more?
Exactly. Exactly. By the way, Wesley's board, he is actually getting some chances here.
Let's go.
Wesley is getting some chances as
Oh,
the
look at
black
this.
king
You can
steps.
actually play f5 check
Uh-huh.
with the bishop. Knight has to go to g5. And
Mm-hmm.
then I wonder if we can take bishop takes g5, but then that's a very king g5 is a very
Yeah.
stable position, right?
Play
Because
king d4.
hmm,
And this might be something that creates some chances for black. 23 seconds for Vokhidov, 1 minute for Wesley.
the perennial wanderer says, I find the format very interesting. Everyone plays everyone, regardless of board number arrangement. True.
Mm-hmm.
This is known as a Scheveningen format. Uh, it's a it's Scheveningen is a place in the Netherlands where I think this format was tried for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think such matches show the real strength of between the two countries. So after 12 rounds, today 4 rounds of rapid, tomorrow 8 rounds of blitz, we will know who is the stronger chess nation, USA or Uzbekistan, at least in rapid and blitz.
And
Harshit
it's going
Bhai,
to be close.
Rakshit Bhai is saying, Harshit Bhai, nice shirt.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Where did you get it from, Harshit Bhai?
From Mumbai.
Acha,
Ah, bye.
let's go.
Bishop comes to g4. Very solid position. Um, but Wesley knows that he needs to play for a win, and that's why Hikaru is kind of like right there behind him, and this can sometimes create some psychological pressure, right? Because if Shamsiddin looks to his right, the Hikaru is watching the game, and suddenly he's like, oh, I need to not lose.
But I think Harshit Bhai, this, as you rightly pointed out, seems like a very firm fortress that Black has somehow created, and Shamsiddin is not easily going to give up.
Yeah, and just to quickly take a look at the other game of Levon and Yakubboev, and it does
Yeah,
seem to
Levon
be.
got this. Oh, Wesley is just making his move. I think, as you rightly said, Hikaru is hoping somehow Wesley will convert it.
Yeah,
Check. King
king
d3.
goes back to d3 and bishop f1 check.
C.
The point is that if the white king goes too far away from the g3 and f4 pawns, black is going to create pressure on the g3 pawn.
Oh.
King e3. What time is it in India, bhai?
Bhai, it's 12:16 right now.
Uh-huh. Bishop to h3. Check. भाई ड्रॉ हो रहा है.
नहीं नहीं वो खेलेगा वेस्ली विल प्ले king e3
King e3. Bishop h3 back.
and now a
f5
check
finally pushed.
finally After a lot of back and forth, it's not a check because the king is in the middle, but he'll play knight g5, I guess.
Wow. Will क्या लग रहा है भाई chances currently? Do you think he will manage to win?
Yeah, I think this should be a draw. I've been thinking that this is a draw since quite some time, but now this pin is a bit irritating, right? Your king cannot, if your king moves, then bishop g5 spoils the structure. So you have to keep moving your bishop back and forth, but that's fine. Just keep moving
Exactly.
it.
How can white create any kind of chances here?
Also, if you want to play your king down the board, then you have to pass through the fifth rank when you lose your pawn on f5.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said. Bishop f4. And
He's bringing his rook so that now king c5. He can go from the other side. They go, Wesley is trying. If he gets his king to f8, Harshit
he's
Bhai,
gonna win.
that would be dangerous.
But bishop f3 now, maybe.
Oh, bishop f3. Wow, and then rook moves, bishop g4.
But rook d8, rook checkmate, maybe.
Are. No, but rook d8, king h7.
And look at
Bishop takes
Wesley. He
g4.
looks at the other board, by the way. Levon's game is the only other game going on, which is completely equal. And Wesley realizes that he has to play for a win. And I love this idea of rook d5, king c5. One minute for Vokhidov to figure out. In fact, king
Yeah,
h7 is one of the only moves in this position.
in time trouble, mistakes like this happen when you are like, to draw ho gaya. But then mistakes can creep in.
Good to be back, bhai. Commentating with you. It has been
Yeah,
such a
it's
long
been
time.
such a long time. True.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember which was the last event I commentated on. It's
Yeah,
been a
it's been
long
a
time,
long
I
time.
think. Maybe Us Chess Cup ka ek do round, but even there I wasn't doing it very regularly. So hopefully there'll be a lot more events that we will be commentating on.
Mm-hmm. Bhai, Shamsiddin is feeling the heat of the game, bhai. King c5, and suddenly it's like when you're playing, you feel like, oh my god, my opponent's king is coming in. What? Like, even you start seeing ghosts. And he has made a mistake.
अरे G6 खेल दिया क्या? Did he play G6? I think he played
Yes,
G6.
very bad
Oh,
move.
F6 is hanging, and look at Hikaru. Hikaru is
अरे!
like, whoa, let's go. मैं खुश हूँ. Oh,
Oh,
blunder,
look
and
at
he
this resignation.
resigns. He resigns there. Wesley So scores the equalizer for Team USA. And look at Nodirbek coming in and like, भाई ये क्या कर दिया तूने? ऐसे ही खेलना था. You could have drawn.
Yeah, by the way, why did he resign after bishop
Because
g4?
FG5, Rook G6, right?
Yeah,
And then Rook G5.
yeah.
Oh, can we go
Interesting.
to this game? Apna
Oh,
Levon.
Levon's game now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is. And now Levon is just going to repeat. Oh, this
Levon
was
was
a.
like holding fort for Wesley. ऐसे वो like, अरे ये game चल रहा है. Maybe there is some hope. Levon knew it's a draw. But yeah. Okay, maybe I'll switch this so that we can start streaming.
And Yakubboev is claiming a draw here. And it's a draw 2-2. Final result of round number 2. And look at how happy Hikaru is to have, made that mistake in the opening. But Wesley So is the savior of Team USA. He has won both of his games in the first two rounds. So Wesley So, the star player for Team USA, as you can see, Aronian and Yakubboev analyzing their game.
Right. And Vivek Bhai, you can stop streaming from your end. I think I've already started the stream. So.
Yes, I stopped from my side.
You've stopped from your side. Okay. Let me see if we are live now, Harshit bhai.
Let's go.
It's from my machine. भाई मेरा 2 स्क्रीन भी नहीं, आज एक स्क्रीन के साथ मैं कमेंट्री करने वाला हूँ.
Really?
Yes, let's go. ऐसे एकदम ऐसे फ्लिप हो गया.
So I should stop sharing or?
हाँ, you can stop sharing भाई. You can see my can you see my screen?
I guess I'm not sharing actually.
हाँ नहीं, मतलब आप मेरा ये दिख पा रहे हो ना वर्चुअल कैमरा.
हाँ. Yeah,
अभी
I
आ
can
गया ना
see it.
ऐसे.
आ गया भाई.
अरे let's go. Thank you Vivek bhai for the directorship there. And now we are at 2-1, right? Is the score. Let me see if I can update the scorecard. 3-1, 3-1. Yes, it's updated. USA 3-1 Uzbekistan. Crazy.
Definitely a scare for Team USA there. As Shamsiddin should have been able to save this position.
I look at
And
that. There the commentary. Fiona is doing the interview, and all the USA players are together. Maybe we can have a look at this on the full screen. ठीक है, इधर ही रखते हैं. Full screen करता हूँ set.
yeah, everyone is analyzing the interesting end game that Wesley had against Shamsiddin. And Fabi also giving his inputs there. Hikaru is also there. We have Abhyudaya recording their analysis.
Crazy.
As you can see, Levon joins in the pack as well. The entire team USA is there as Aronian claps Wesley on the back, hugs him.
Hi, Wesley So 2 out of 2, right?
Yes.
What a guy. भाई वेस्ली सो को क्या हो गया, एकदम ही अच्छा. ही इज प्लेइंग सो वेल रिसेंट टाइम्स में.
भाई he recently got married, right?
Huh? What?
Or no?
क्या कर रहे हो भाई? I have never heard this.
हाँ?
ये कहाँ से लाया है भाई खबर?
I think so, भाई.
No way. I don't believe it. Bhai, please confirm this. Ask Wesley So today in person.
I mean, I saw his tweet.
What was his tweet?
I will share with you.
Really, guys, in the chat. I'll also try to make our live stream with ultra low latency. So, guys, I'll just pause for a minute. So then it'll be a small lag, but then we'll get to ultra low so we can talk a little bit more. Bhai, look at this scene. No, it's so nice. Everyone's analyzing and such a fun atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure. It's really nice. I mean, I love this event. Maybe turn on the light a
भाई
little bit.
पहले ये देखो भाई वेस्ली सो का शादी हुआ है कि नहीं. लाइट वाइट बाद में टर्न.
भाई I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he is.
Okay, एक सेकंड रुकना. Guys, one minute lag. Okay, we are back. Can't change the latency midstream. I thought Eric Rosen got married. भाई ऐसे लोग बोल रहे हैं.
No,
And
he's
there we
not.
see the team of Hikaru, Fabi, and Wesley So just analyzing. We are back. हर्षित भाई कौन से न्यूज लेके आते हो भाई, क्या वो कर रहे हो? वेस्ली सो का शादी करवा दिया. एटलीस्ट बोलते हो भाई आई गॉट मैरिड.
अरे भाई.
Oh, Aditi Singh Rathod in the chat saying I am the wife of Wesley So. अरे Aditi जी, ये क्या हो गया, आपने चेंज कर
तो
दिया.
पार्टी स्विच कर दिया भाई.
हाँ, sad for हर्षित भाई. Sayyid Safi, thank you so much for becoming backer of Indian chess. We have a new member. And guys, a big question to all of you. There's one gentleman in the background. Who is he? So, I mean, there are many people, but there's one person who is a father of one of the players. There he is moving towards the back. And now just going towards the door.
Yes.
Is Sindarov playing here? Yes, Avinash, he's playing.
Oh, did he get inspired from Levon from the shirt? Yeah, I really love Levon's wardrobe collection. I think he is someone who has really good style when it comes to fashion. So
Yes.
I like his shirts a lot. Sunil Veeramantri,
Exactly. Yeah,
yes.
Avinash classes. Well done. Hikaru stepfather. Exactly. Exactly. And by Abhyudaya, क्या ही मतलब ऐसे एकदम central character. There are players from Uzbekistan, there are players from USA, and there is Abhyudaya there.
Hi. He is the guy who's keeping the equilibrium in the world of chess.
Yeah, he's the only Indian representative in the playing hall, guys.
Let's go.
And later in the day, Harshit bhai, if you go there to the today, I think there are going to be interviews later. Please ask Sindarov how it felt to play this game against Hikaru.
Yeah.
Can we do a action replay?
Yes, let's do it.
What a game that was. So, I mean, look at even the final position. It's like a complete massacre on the board.
भाई वो बिशप वहां पहुंचे कैसे?
ये क्या है भाई? वो भी 22 moves में. Okay,
भाई
just so that you know, guys, it started with none other than Petrov defense.
इसलिए you get so excited. Guys, this is the Petrov opening.
I'm like, but Petrov में इतना exciting chess होता है तो फिर क्यों Sicilian खेलते हैं लोग? Takes bishop d3, takes, and it's all preparation. But I think Harshit bhai, their new move came in somewhere here. Was it rook b1 maybe?
I think c4 maybe was like a bit surprising for Hikaru.
c4, and now Hikaru had to play a move like queen f6 or g6, but he instead took, which was a mistake. And then he made another mistake, which was queen c7, because there was a defensive move, Harshit bhai. Maybe we can ask our viewers if you are playing black. By the way, players are entering in now, so maybe we should head over to the games. Yes.
Yeah, bhai, boy, this is crazy. Yeah, back to back to back 4 games.
And no rest. Okay, let's go to board 3. That's the most exciting, right?
Board 3.
Levon Aronian versus Javokhir Sindarov.
Let's go.
भाई जावोखिर सिंदारो जितना खुश दिखता है भाई उसको कोई टेंशन ही नहीं है भाई वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप चैलेंजर ये वो but this is a great fight because it's clash of generations. It's also like Levon is in great shape, Javokhir is in great shape, so it's actually it's a very cool fight.
It's a very big fight here, and Javokhir is trying to keep his good form, and you can see the respect shown between the players. Black starts the clock. As you can see, Javokhir's brother actually recording some content behind the board. Knight to f3 played by Javokhir. Not e4. The move that he played last time against Hikaru is switching it up. And this flexibility of being able to play different openings definitely gives him a small advantage to be so flexible. Levon is taking his time to decide which opening to enter.
E6 खेलो भाई Levon भाई.
D4.
What?
B4.
भाई ये crazy होने वाला है क्योंकि now Levon is what C6? No way. I mean, there are all these moves like F6 or even G5 is a move, right? Did you know
By
this?
I think against by G5 is possible. By knight G5 you go E5.
Yes, it's a crazy line. But he went C6. I've never seen this before.
I think this is very smart because all the aggressive moves must have been very well analyzed by Javokhir. But C6 is a slightly more positional approach, and you can already see that Javokhir is taking his time.
Yeah, Javokhir is thinking here, and you can see, guys, we are going to get the bars as well on the screen. But Harshit bhai
A3.
is there in USA at the venue of this match. And Harshit bhai, did you get a chance to meet the players?
Yes. In the vlog that we have made, we do get to say hi to one of the players. So you are going to see which player that was. We also met, all of the other players.
Wow.
In for the team meeting,
Hmm.
the Uzbeki players only had their captain show up. I think they wanted to make sure that they get enough rest before the 4 games.
And in USA team, everyone came.
Everyone came. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
All
Uzbek is
5 players came.
भाई मैं हम तो oh, that's Roman Vidoniak there, the
Yes.
coach of Javokhir Sindarov. भाई एक इंटरव्यू कर लो भाई उनके साथ, उनको पूछो how is world championship preparation going on. He is an incredible trainer.
And the conviction with which he speaks is incredible. He goes.
भाई उनके कॉन्फिडेंस का अगर आधा भी मेरे पास होता तो मैं जीएम तो आराम से बन जाता. Oh, BG4 played. And now, Harshit bhai, if you were white, would you jump with your knight in the center, hit the queen?
I would definitely be scared of black taking on f3 and placing his pawn to e5. I think this is going to be a strategic idea by black to gain space in the center, to chop off the knight on f3, which is why the move knight to e5 does seem quite tempting to me.
Okay. Let's go to another game. Let's go to
Let's
board
go by to
number
Fabi versus Nodirbek.
Yakubboev, Nodirbek. Okay, let's see what's happening on board 1.
Hmm.
भाई क्रेजी स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूं मैं बिलीव नहीं कर पा रहा हूं that I'm actually such a long time. Okay, got it. Rook d1. This is one of the lines which I really like as white, because you are just waiting with your d pawn, not committing it. It's like Harshit bhai with his relationships, the d pawn not committing, but cd, ed, and pawn to
Been a
d4.
while since I missed this banter of relationships.
Yeah, Harshit bhai, life में मतलब क्या आपका मजा क्या रहा था when you are not commentating? Oh, by the way, guys, Harshit bhai won a tournament in between. Which was it, bhai?
It was in Madrid,
Some
Pozuelo
P.
Open.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. And there was it was a decent, like his performance was pretty good, but I think you got 2 walkovers because opponent didn't turn up. But apart from that, you
Yeah.
played very well.
Yeah, and I also played an event after that.
Acha.
So I finally crossed 2500, which is good.
Oh,
I'm 2504 or 2505 now. Something like this.
amazing, bhai. That's incredible, guys. Harshit bhai maintaining a balance between all the things in his life, commentary, playing chess, and all of it.
I feel I'm playing better than ever right now.
Acha.
I really feel good about my chess somehow.
Hmm.
Knight comes to c3.
Maybe भाई लास्ट चांस क्वालिफायर के लिए आप EWC जा सकते हो.
भाई commentary कर रहा हूँ भाई.
Okay, so this is Fabi's game, early days. Let's go to the game between Hikaru Nakamura and Shamsiddin.
भाई जावोखिर का गेम देखते हैं ना एक बार. कुछ तो हुआ है
ये
वहां
क्या
पे
हो
क्रेज.
रहा है?
What?
This is
Can
something.
we see the opening?
Yeah, this is something very weird that is happening. Just to be very clear, Hikaru versus Shamsiddin is going on. Just adjusting the cams here. Yes, and it started off with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, c3. Oh, Hikaru playing the Ponziani. This line is played by Levi Rosman, Eric Rosen, and all of them. Knight f6, d4, takes, d5.
क्या crazy है. Knight b8. That's
Actually,
a big
bhai,
surprise.
you know what's the best move
Bishop
here for black?
c5?
Did you know this?
I mean, I've seen this somewhere. Bishop f2, king e2, and d5, or
Maybe just
bishop
going
back.
back. And then the knight is coming here. Oh, that's just crazy. So he didn't go for this. He went back, takes, queen e7, queen
d4, knight f6.
And Hikaru is slightly better.
I have a feeling that Team USA has decided to kind of put a lot of pressure on Shamsiddin. And I think Hikaru is going to be eyeing to score a full point on this board as well.
But by
So maybe we can take a look at the fourth board, which we haven't yet, between Abdusattorov and Dominguez. And Abdusattorov has blitzed out all of his moves so far.
this line actually is a very interesting one because, while it seems like black is completely fine, this bishop is looking at a kind of a granite structure.
Mm.
So it's a little bit out of the game, but you have an active rook, a good bishop. And Nodirbek's preparation is so good.
Yeah, knight d2 now. Perhaps hitting the bishop on e4 seems like a strong way to continue with white. Bit surprised by bishop e4, I have to say.
So knight d2 attacking the bishop, and if you move the bishop away, then this
Bishop
pawn is a
f3,
bit soft.
maybe even. And I have a question for everyone. If
Yes.
bishop h7, bishop f3, if black plays knight e7, what should white play? Do you think he should go c4?
भाई ये क्या ही move है? किधर से लेके आए आप move ये?
Huh?
कहाँ से लेके आए भाई move ये? Let's ask our viewers. Wesley is rested for this round, which is surprising to me. He won 2 out of 2.
That's very surprising. But they actually had to give the board order before all 4 board orders before the start of the first game. So they did not, maybe they didn't know how well Wesley would be playing.
Correct. And the move that has to be played here, and I hope many of you saw, yes, School Gamer has seen it, a5 Harshit by trapping the bishop. Aryan Singh, well done. Kya baat hai? Okay, he went bg6, rook e1. So this is board 4. Let's go to board 3 again, Harshit bhai. Board 3 between Sindarov.
What is this?
This is...
भाई Levon का क्या गेम है?
देखो क्या हुआ, पहले Levon गया knight e5, bishop h5. Sorry, Levon played bishop h5, bishop b2, normal move. f6, hitting the knight. Javokhir is like, I can move the knight back, but who wants to move the knight back? He takes here, knight to f6. Now trying to think about this pawn, e3, defending the pawn, attacking the center. e6, rook to g1 and a5.
भाई जब भी जावोखिर खेलता है मुझे लगता है वो हमला ही करने जाता है भाई, मतलब हमला और दंगा भाई, वो उसको अटैक ही करना है भाई सामने को.
I think Javokhir Sindarov is so high on confidence that he's just playing anything. And look at Roman Vidoniak. He's like, my boy, I like it.
Yes, this was expected result. We prepared very hard for this. I was expecting him to do 5.5 out of 6, but 5 out of 6 is also okay.
Okay. C5 played. Just taking care of this structure. भाई ये मतलब कैसा चेस खेल रहा है कि किंग e1 पे रख के rook is getting activated from here, doubled pawns, bishop is on f1 getting मतलब crazy chess.
भाई जीत जाएगा भाई ये गेम भी जाओगे.
नहीं, मुझे लगता है लेवॉन ये सब पोजीशंस में काफी मास्टर है. So what will you play here as black? I mean, my first intention is to just get my knight out, but it seems wrong to get your knight out there. So you just simply lose a pawn, right? Take and take.
To bring knight to d7, you mean?
Yeah.
He plays knight to a6.
CL4 PTR 4P91 says worst commentators ever heard. Arey, thank you.
Arey, let's go bhai.
Thank you for this great compliment. देखो भाई, कोई भी चीज में बेस्ट होना और वर्स्ट होना, it's difficult because you are most of the time you are in the middle. Knight a6, attacking the pawn here on b4. I think that's a very creative way to develop. Bhai, lekin Javokhir will not even defend. Or maybe he'll go queen b3. He plays,
Yeah, he
but
does
it's a
it.
mistake. It's not a good move, Harshit bhai. Can you explain, like, why is this a mistake? I mean, it's too difficult to understand.
Yeah, I mean, even I'm trying to be honest, understand why this is such a bad move. I suspect it has to do something with black just playing knight to d5.
Knight d5.
And trying to
But
attack.
then, bhai,
But
can I take and win the pawn? Oh, he goes knight c7.
c7.
It's a great move. Levon finds the best move. Bishop c4. He attacks the e6 pawn now.
And will you play a4, hitting the white queen on b3, or would you want to keep that tension on the pawn on b4? That's a question that Levon needs to think about. Queen d7. But I think a4 followed by queen d7. Oh, wow. He just chops off the pawn on h5. Levon does not even defend the e6 pawn.
What the hell? Knight h5. This is such good understanding of the dynamics. Okay, can I take the pawn?
By how can someone just give up the e6 pawn and understand that it's actually good for black?
Because Levon Aronian thrives on such complexities. Okay, what about this position? Take. You must
Queen
play
e7.
queen e7. I take. Now if you take with the bishop, right? Because g7 is protected. So bishop takes. And now you lose a pawn here. How do you even assess such a position?
I mean, knight f4 is coming at some point, and I think that this gives black excellent control over the light squares.
Check coming in here. Bishop would be hanging. Okay, guys, this is very exciting. Look at Levon Aronian opening up a bottle and drinking there. He's like, Javokhir, जिस स्कूल के तुम टॉपर हो उस स्कूल के हम प्रिंसिपल है.
प्रिंसिपल है.
Okay, now Javokhir is thinking. Mazedar. And guys, the score is 3-1 in the favor of USA. If Uzbekistan wins the match, like all 4 boards, then they get 2 points. So they'll then equalize the score, and we have one more round left today to end the day.
Yeah.
And as you can see on the bars, Harshit bhai, it's a very interesting match because Hikaru is better, Levon is better. Rest of the 2 boards are equal. Oh, he took on e6, knight e6.
Took on e6, knight takes e6 immediatamente by Levon. Queen takes e6, not played yet. Is he thinking of offering a draw? Not really. Queen takes queen e7 played.
No draw, bhai, no draw. Let's go full
I think
screen.
Levon is really energized in this game. He has played some fantastic dynamic moves. Queen to e7 right now, trying to trade the queens and say that the white knight on b1 doesn't really have a good square to go to.
And you know, Harshit bhai, Levon's better half, Annie, has just launched her first music video.
Yes.
It's called Friends. You can check it out on YouTube. Just type Friends, Annie Aronian, or you can also check an article that we've written on ChessBase India about it. It's a very nice video. Levon should coach Gukesh. But I think maybe not coach, but at least I think Levon can join Gukesh in one of the training camps. Yeah, he would be like chill, ऐसे एकदम मस्त माहौल create कर सकता है.
I do see someone like Levon being an incredible addition in Gukesh's team because he can bring that like experience and wisdom that it would be amazing for Gukesh to have at such a young age.
True.
Let's come back to this game. 6 minutes 20 seconds for Javokhir, almost half of the time that Levon has, and Levon is just look at the intensity by which he's calculating. He wants to win against the World Championship challenger. This is extra motivation for him to do well.
Yeah, true, true. And Levon thrives when playing youngsters. He won the BL chess masters ahead of Yas Khan Erdogmas and Aydin Suleimanli, and he said, like, I am so thrilled to be better than these sharks, these youngsters. So it's, oh, by the way, Sindarov brings his queen back and Levon
And
doesn't even
G6.
think. भाई कितना फास्ट खेल रहा है यार.
भाई
इधर ही खेल
भाई
रहा है
लेवॉन
भाई. लेवॉन में से चेस ऐसे फ्लो हो रहा है ऐसे. Just flowing.
is in the flow state right now. He even got up from his chair to take a look at some of his compatriots' games to understand what his strategy should be, and maybe we should do that as well to take a look at the game of Hikaru, because it seems like Hikaru.
भाई ये जीत रहा है. And look at
What?
Roman. Look at Roman there. He's looking at the game and like, oh my god. Long castle कितना फास्ट खेल.
टफ.
मुझे लगता है लेवॉन has told his team 10 मिनट बचा के आऊंगा मैं. I'll not use my time. Yes, Harshit bhai, you wanted to see some other games. Guys, Levon is better.
Hikaru's game, because Hikaru seems to be getting worse with the white pieces against Shamsiddin.
Oh, what?
Yeah. It was a game which we thought Hikaru is actually doing quite well in,
Yeah,
but he decided to
Hikaru-
give up a pawn.
That was fine. And then instead of playing his knight here, he goes knight f3, which drops his edge.
Wow.
And now Hikaru is a pawn down. Of course, he has compensation because the pawns are doubled. But Harshit bhai, d6, bishop g4, bishop f5, rook e8, rook c8, black is okay.
Yeah, black is of course doing quite fine, but I wouldn't really say black is better, because I think that having an extra pawn on d5 doesn't really make such a big difference, because it's doubled as well. Let's take a look at Fabi's game as well. Fabi is playing against Yakubboev.
Yep. Oh, this is a
And
very
Fabi-
complex game, bhai.
Yeah.
भाई जैसे आप बोला था d pawn doesn't commit आपका, तो d3 कर दिया, थोड़ा commitment.
थोड़ा कर सकते हैं भाई.
Not d4, d5.
ज्यादा नहीं करना है.
By marriage, becoming a parent, grandparents.
नहीं पहले 2 kids भी हो सकते हैं ना, but yeah.
Sorry. Marriage, parents, parents of 2 kids, grandparents, and फिर पता नहीं.
Finito.
Okay.
Finito or new marriage.
Okay.
Bhai, let's push the H pawn now, bhai. Harry the H pawn. H3, G4,
भाई
or
ये
maybe
ऐसे
H4.
अनइम्पोर्टेंट चीजों में आपका काफी कमिटमेंट दिखता है. सेंट्रल पॉन नहीं कमिट कर रहे हो आप.
By H3, G4 is also a very
Yeah.
decent idea.
Definitely,
I think.
definitely H3, G4, or sometimes Harshit by knight E1, trading
Yeah.
here and then pushing your G and F pawns is quite normal.
Correct.
So let's come. This is looking evenish, very interesting, and Hikaru is also evenish. Let's go to board 4. Nodirbek Abdusattorov versus Dominguez. Nodirbek seems to have gotten fine position here with white. The small edge.
Yeah.
Bishop f3, maybe Harshit bhai. Attacking here.
Yeah, I think that white should conserve the light squared bishop.
Because if knight
I like this
E7,
move, bishop to F3.
A5
Knight
is coming.
E7, A5, yes.
But you have, I don't know, bishop c4, knight c4.
It's actually not so easy. I guess black can consider rook F3 in some certain position.
Yeah, even
bishop
now
F3
here,
played.
this could be, oh, he did play. No, he didn't play.
Yeah.
Queen f7 is the position. Oh, he played queen f7 here. Okay, different.
Immediately, yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Levon versus Sindarov. Yeah, the game
that's
of the
a
day.
very cool game.
Oh,
Oh my God, he's
King
winning.
d1, long castle, rook e1, queen g5, and Levon at 1250. Javokhir at 232.
Bhai. Levon is
Oh my God. Levon's focus, guys, look at his focus. ऐसे बैठे वो ऐसे. भाई Levon Aronian, मजेदार प्लेयर.
भाई हम ऐसा करते तो उसके जैसे मूव्स क्यों नहीं दिखते?
क्योंकि भाई वो अपन ने सिर्फ अभी स्टाइल के लिए कर रहे हैं ना वो. उसने उसने फुल लाइफ उसने ऐसे कैलकुलेट किया है. He takes the pawn here, Sindarov. But you know, Harshit bhai, what's your sort of practical feeling here? Because it does feel like things can get wild. A6 is coming.
Yeah, but bishop c5, and if a6 even bishop c5 a6 and something like rook e8, something like this looks quite dangerous. Can we try that variation? Like, is that crazy? Bishop c5 a6 rook h e8.
Wow, rook h e8. That's such a good understanding because you are just like, it's okay,
Maybe
my
not.
king is safe. But
Yeah.
you know, I had just one question to you and our viewers. If bishop d4 here, you can just give a check and win. Otherwise, I was
By the way,
thinking,
queen c5.
what?
What a fantastic decision by Levon
He's
to
trading
want to
queens.
exchange the queens.
Because you know, with the white king in the center, you might think like, oh, the middle game should favor black. And Javokhir is not trading queens because he realizes the endgame is bad for him. All weak pawns.
By this is over. d3 can come in as well at some point. Rook to e5.
Hey, good or bad, Javokhir is just making his dangerous moves. Queen d6? Do you trade?
Yeah, queen d6 seems good enough.
You know, there's only one amazing move here. Can you guess it?
I mean, it's not so difficult in my opinion. It has to be one of the knight moves, either knight f4 or knight g7. Knight f4, no,
But
queen
by
f6.
knight f4, queen f6.
So knight g7, yeah.
But still can move the queen, right? Queen g6, queen f6, or
So is it just rook d5? You mean? No, rook d5
it's
doesn't
even
make sense.
just. I think it's very difficult to find this move. If Levon finds it, I am giving him a standing ovation. And Harshit bhai, tell me if you understand this move. Queen a7.
Yeah, that's a difficult move to play. To place your queen on such a passive square isn't. I mean, I would not be keen to place it there, but Levon Aronian is one of the best players in the world for a reason.
Levon! What a move! Too good! Bye.
Brillante.
भाई हर्षित भाई आपको ऐसे फील हो रहा है ना कि लेवॉन जैसा खेलना है चेस?
भाई Levon, मतलब so much creativity, so much class in his moves.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't bet my house. Thank God for that. But just to explain this move, Harshit bhai, why is this move so strong? Any logic? Can you explain it?
Well, I think he's basically saying that white is playing three pieces down. The rook on a1, knight on b1, and bishop on b2 have absolutely no future. He is ready to bring his bishop to g7 and rook from h8 into the game. And once that happens, that's game over, essentially.
Got it. So it's just about not trading, and that was the only square you can see for the queen because all other squares lead to a trade. So he went queen a7. Queen c4 played again by Sindarov.
And bishop g7, yeah.
Quickly played.
Yeah, and Sindarov got completely outclassed in this game. He's shaking his head. I haven't said that many times that Javokhir is shaking his head. It's usually his opponents, but this time, Levon makes the World Championship challenger. I think Sindarov might not even, like, it was not easy to know where he went wrong.
Yeah,
That's how well Levon played this game.
True. And it's well past midnight, guys. We are hitting 1,000 viewers, guys. Do like the stream, do subscribe.
Let's go.
And also, if anyone is keen, please do contribute on helpchess.org. We haven't had a contributor since 7 days. तो मजा आ जाएगा. कोई भी contribute कर दो दोस्तों. He comes here, attacks.
Contribute कर दो. Sagar Bhai has lost many houses, so he will be able to buy a new one.
Yeah. Help chess money only goes to young Indian talents, not my house fund.
नहीं भाई.
Oh, people are saying go to Hikaru's game. Okay.
Yeah, Hikaru's game is
Hikaru's game,
interesting.
but can we stick here for some time, or let's come
Yeah,
back in a bit?
yeah, I think it makes sense, yeah, because it was such a good game and he only has 45 seconds. So let's stick here.
Okay. By the way, queen takes pawn is a great move.
Yeah.
I don't know if rook e8 makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, while
Rook H8
plays
played.
rook e8.
Yeah. Trading the most active piece in white's position, that was the rook on e7. And once this trade happens,
Asterisk says I would stop the clock here. नहीं भाई इतना जल्दी नहीं. Rook e8. Rook e8. And now, as Harshit Bhai rightly pointed out, all white pieces are inside. Black's pieces are doing well. And he wants to play knight a3 and get the knight into the game. So he pushes a4.
And maybe an important decision for Levon to try and put some pressure on white, because white will take at least 2 moves to develop his knight in the game.
I don't see the killer move, here, Harshit Bhai. I was tempted to play d3.
Me too.
To
actually
open up the queen.
But I think bishop takes g7 and then we might lose the d3 pawn. So he just takes the pawn on a5. Bishop takes d4.
Okay.
By Sindarov takes. And rook to d8. Yeah.
Oh, we have a contributor on Help Chess. Prahlad
Let's go.
Hariharan.
Prahlad.
Thank you, Prahlad ji. That's very kind of you.
And Abhita is ready to record the final moments of this game, potentially, as Levon is on the verge of giving Team USA 1 point. They need to get 2.5 points. Either team needs to get to 2.5 points to clinch the match or the match of the round. Queen comes back to e3, and maybe it's time to reroute our knight somehow, right?
Yeah.
Not yet, because knight f6, queen f4 check. But yes, knight g7 is possible. Exactamente. Knight f5.
Because no check here, guys. The queen is hanging.
Yeah, I'll just quickly pee and come. I'll be right back.
Okay, sir. Harshit Bhai in Miami, guys. He's commentating from the venue. I am at home. And the players are there, and we have Abhyudaya Bhai right behind Levon Aronian. He's covering on ground. And if you are in the US, in Miami, then do consider going to the venue perhaps. I don't know if there are tickets or so on. But yeah, you could potentially meet Harshit Bhai, who's there. Okay, queen check. And now the king moves to the side. You can't bring the knight into the game. That's the problem, guys. Black to play and win. Let's see who's the first one to get this right. Knight c3, what's happening? I'll bring back to the original position, but I want to know the answer. He plays knight. He's going for the knight. He goes rook a3. Acha. Rook a3 on the board. Yes, queen takes c3. Priyansh, well done. Well done. Adarsh Agarwal, well done. Dhanraj, well done. Knight e6 खेला गया है. Queen h4, looking at the rook, but the rook is protected. Can we get our knight in the game? Just look at this. How these two pieces are eyeing the d2 square, but the knight is defending it. Yes, all of the people in the chat who said queen takes c3, you are absolutely correct. Ekdam sahi. Ekdam sahi. We're all waiting for Harshit Bhai to come back. He's gone to the washroom. Queen f5. Oof. What a move. What a move, guys. Knight on b1 is hanging. Ab kya kare? Rook b3 defends it. Now don't play knight d4 because your rook is hanging. Can we go rook d4? Attacking the queen. Then queen h7. I don't know. Chess is complicated, guys. It might seem it's +4 or something for Javokhir, but If he takes here, it's mate in one threatened. Javokhir playing on his last few seconds. And the other games are still... Oh, Nodirbek Abdusattorov is better. So that means maybe Uzbekistan will pull that one game back against Dominguez Perez on board 4. And Levon goes Rook D7. What a calm move to make. He defends here. And Sindarov very quickly wants to trade queens. I think once you trade queens, the chances of this ending in a draw increase substantially. Because then it's like 4 pawns versus 4 pawns. Rook versus rook and knight versus knight. It's equal material. So maybe it's Levon's interest to keep the queens on the board. Queen e4. Queen को इधर रखो एकदम center में बिठा के.
And he plays queen d5.
Queen d5 played.
With the same idea, but also keeping an eye on the rook on b3.
This is looking good. Check can come in here.
10 seconds.
Oh, Javokhir, very little time.
By the way,
Queen
Queen f3 played. That's a good move. Queen c4 now maybe. Threatening the a4 pawn and threatening the sneaky queen f1 check. I like queen c4 a lot here. You can see Annie there in the background.
Oh, Annie's here.
Yes.
Wow.
Queen c4 played. Tick tock. 8 seconds for Javokhir. Rook e3, but now it's over. It's over, right? As you can just take the a4 pawn with the check, but maybe that's not such a good idea.
Because then this opens up by Arshid bhai. Careful.
Yeah, true.
Careful.
Just knight d4. I love this.
Bhai, Levon एकदम smooth खेल रहा है, एकदम smooth. Oh, we have 1000.
Let's go, guys.
Do like the stream. Check by check. Acha, rook here and then take on f2, right? Oh no, check and I lose the
queen
rook.
e8 check. What's the cleanest way to win here?
Maybe this way. Check, rook e1, queen h3 to defend the here.
That's
and then...
complex. But yeah, that's a good idea, but it's complex. Rook e3 back.
Maybe it's wrong also. I don't know.
I think Levon is someone who can just play a move like king a7 and...
Yeah. Like Levon is quick enough to see that this is not working, all of this. And let me make queen a7. Oh, he takes on a4.
He takes queen a4. King c1.
So you would love
and
to
now rook a3 is a
here.
threat. We can't fall for that.
Yeah. That's a big threat.
Rook e7?
What? Oh, what a move. Rook e7. If queen e7, queen c2 mate. Harshit bhai with all the... But why? Maybe there's something there, yeah?
I mean, rook e7 seems possible. Knight b3 check is not a good move because rook... No, knight b3 is possible actually. And he's thinking about
rook
this
e7
here.
Is a great move, Harshit bhai. Maybe Levon is going to play that. It's one of the best moves. Levon is taking his time. Meanwhile, in the other games, Caruana, Nodirbek, Yakubboev is equal. Hikaru Vokhidov is equal. Nodirbek Perez is Dominguez is slightly better for Nodirbek. And Shubham Bhausar sends a super chat, Harshit bhai. Thank you for being such a wonderful teacher. More than chess, you've taught me kindness, humility. You are one of the most genuinely human people I've come across. Love you, Are. Thank you, Shubham bhai. That's very, very sweet of you.
Bye. I agree with Shubham.
Hey, Harshit bhai.
King c2 played.
King c2. The king is coming in the line of fire of the queen. Some discos.
Yeah, disco divane. But how?
Can you go knight a1?
Like queen a2 check is also dangerous now, right? Queen a2 because if king d1 there is rook takes d2.
What? Oh my God, that's a great one. And Queen A2, you have to go King D1, right? What else? Oh,
I
it's
mean, King
over.
C3,
भाई आपने
but then
ढूंढ
Knight
लिया.
C5. Yeah.
Actually, Sindarov had to play King B2 maybe, yeah, here. But he went up. Now Queen A2, check.
Yeah, it's over. Queen A2 and Knight C5.
Guys, Nodirbek Yakubboev is on
Played.
board 1. He plays Queen A2.
King D1?
Rook D2.
But Rook D2 now simply. And that will be it.
King
Boom.
E1.
King to E1 and a move like Rook to D4 might force resignation.
Oh, because the queen can no longer protect the knight. But I can give one check. Spike
Yeah, but
check.
just
King A7.
yeah.
And also, Harshit bhai, Rook C2. ये ऐसे पर्दा लगा
like
दो.
that. I like that as well. I love that actually. And also keeping the king like kind of tied on the last rank. I love Rook C2. Well spotted.
Amazing. Peter Cavanaugh, thank you so much for your wishes. You've been a regular viewer on this channel. Thank you. And Rook C2.
Bhai, just a brilliant game. And as you can see Madaminov there. He knows it's over for Javokhir. Levon, Aronian, playing one of the best games until now in the tournament. Resignation.
Bye, too good, Levon. Bye.
Maestro.
Absolutely impeccable chess. And
But
I love Sindarov
this.
also, like analyzing, अच्छा लग रहा है देख के.
For sure. And look at Madaminov. He's surprised. He's like, ये क्या हो गया भाई Levon?
Levon bhai, guys, you won't imagine he's 43 years old. And Harshit bhai sometimes says he's old in chess. Harshit bhai is only 25.
Yes, bhai.
And look at Levon there. Harshit bhai, he's an inspiration to all of us.
For sure. Bhai, let's quickly go to Abdusattorov's game because it feels like he might be the one who will equalize for Team Uzbekistan.
Oh, on board 4, right?
Yeah.
Let's go here.
Very exciting game here.
Acha, he's exchange up. But why? There are these 2 pawns. It's not easy.
Yeah, but oh, by the way, let's say if Bishop B4, Rook F5. If Black goes Bishop C5.
Guys, white to play. Let's see how many of you. Class is permanent, says Peter. Yes. Levon has to be one of the best chess personalities. Kodes Zuki. True.
Absolutely.
Levon. What a game it was, soccer chess. US
Why
is
it's
ahead
happening?
of
Bishop
others.
B4 played.
No way. Rook F5. Rook F5, Bishop C5. Guys, what is the move? People will come up with the moves. But let's go now to the game. I don't know if he'll play Rook F5. Maybe he'll play Bishop E8. Ooh, we have so many people who've given the answer Rook E8. We have Santosh Sai Karthik. We have Cool Gamer, Dhanraj, Supreme Roy, Kodezuki, Alan Chess, TM Hangwa, Simi. Well done, guys. Oh, Avinash Classes says Gary Kasparov once said that the chess world is a better place when Levon Aronian is playing well. True.
Oh, that's... The chess world is a better place when Sagar Shah is commentating and uploading videos.
Hey, let's go, bhai. The chess world is a better place when Harshit bhai is playing chess and winning tournaments. ऐसे सबका होना चाहिए भाई.
अरे भाई. हाँ भाई.
Okay.
But is your net good?
Yeah. Just it flickered for a bit. All good now.
Bishop E8 and Rook D8 pack. Dominguez trying his best to save this position.
But if Dominguez gets his bishop to C5 and puts pawn on A5, I believe it cannot be easily broken then.
Yeah, I agree. So Team USA currently is leading 1-0.
Yeah.
And
let's go to Hikaru's game.
Yes, let's see what he's up to.
Well, Hikaru Nakamura is right now. Maybe it's equalish. Although I must say that I like black's position here. This is a bit weak. I mean, the bishop is a bit limited.
But white's going to go g4 and king g2. I think this is white's idea.
Hikaru can hold this one.
By hold, nahi, bhai, he's playing for a win.
Sachi.
No, for sure. I mean, Hikaru is playing for a win this game.
Yeah, maybe the king is a bit loose. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought like this bishop is active, this bishop is a bit passive, but maybe there are too many holes in black's camp.
Exactly. And queen b8 is a threat now. Queen b8, check, and white's queen is trying to invade.
So he goes bg7, and if you give a check, I'll go king f7.
And is the camera lagging or?
No, all is well, right? What is happening?
Okay. Because there is rooks on the board in Hikaru's game.
The camera is lagging. Yeah, that camera is lagging. Got it. Wait a second. Let me. Hang ho gaya thoda. Chess कब तो नहीं चल रहा.
By the way, the game of Fabiano versus Yakubboev seems to be heading towards a draw. Just to quickly update on that, it's queen knight 3 pawns versus queen bishop 3 pawns.
Yeah.
It's generally the knight, which is slightly better when there are pawns on only one side of the board. However, with no other pieces on the board, this should be heading towards a draw, which means that all eyes are going to come down to the board of Yakubboev and Dominguez. And Abdusattorov needs to strike. He needs to win to equalize the score in this round. It's currently 1-0. However, it feels from the other boards that they are going to end in a draw.
You know, Arshit bhai, I like how the king is now locked up here. So even though black has these incredible pawns, I can go rook c2, rook c7, and rook f7. I don't know if that makes sense. Whether I can just go all in.
King h3.
King up. And now can we start pushing? Oh, if you push rook f4,
rook f4,
and you lose.
Yeah.
And we have a result, it seems, draw in Caruana versus Yakubboev. So 1.5 in the favor of US right now. This third match of the day.
5 seconds for Dominguez goes bishop b4. I guess white can improve his king even more, king to g4. He does it. It's not so easy to make a move with black. Rook to d8 played. And now white brings his rook back to a2, wanting to switch it over to c2 and then c7.
That's a good idea. Rook c2, rook c7. He gives a check, pawn to f4.
Rook to d3.
And keeping an eye on the g3 pawn. If you get a chance, you may want to go bishop e1 and win this pawn on g3.
By the way, can we just quickly check on Hikaru once to know if there's anything happening on that board that we need to? And yeah, it is getting a bit exciting.
Why Hikaru is good at such positions.
And you can see Fabi there.
But you know,
gets up from his board.
Hikaru is a pawn down.
Yeah, but black's king is a bit weak, and you can see Hikaru there wanting to take a look at the game of Dominguez to make his decision of playing on or agreeing to a draw.
He should take a draw. I don't know if Dominguez will lose that one. I don't think so. Let's go back to Dominguez, the most exciting game this year. King f5.
And now white wants to go g4, g5 and use that pawn as an attacking resource.
Wow, that's a great plan. Bishop c5, g4. Actually, you are right, Harshit bhai. Maybe Nodirbek wins this for Uzbekistan.
Exactly, and I think Hikaru is going to play for a win. Knowing Hikaru and knowing how much he believes in himself in faster time controls, I think he's gonna play for a win. So I think this game will be a long game. I'm curious to see Hikaru's game because I think that game is very tense right now with the black king in the middle of the board.
Okay, let's go there. He actually gives up a pawn. Queen e6, queen h5, and now f4. So he's giving up the h7 pawn. Hikaru chops it with a check. Bishop e7, and oh, you were
What is
right.
bishop e7?
You were
He just blundered the f4 pawn. What? I don't believe this. And queen f2, bishop g5 is game over. No, queen. Oh, sorry, bishop g5. There's queen g3. Sorry.
Check, and yes, but there should be something else. Harshit, by queen check.
f5 check.
Wow, and he finds
And
it.
he played
King
it.
d8 is
Yeah.
met with check, and you lose the queen. But queen h5 forcing the king to a dark square. No, wait.
It's over.
What's happening? King d7.
Because if king d8, queen d5 check.
Oh, d5 check is hanging, and he loses the pawn.
Yeah, he just lost a pawn here, the central pawn, and Hikaru Nakamura is going to clinch the victory for the US team, and the US team will be leading 5-1 after 3 rounds of the rapid. That's a substantial lead.
भाई मुझे तो लगता है कि यूएस टीम बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रांग है उज्बेकिस्तान से, है ना? I guess the only reason, I mean, not the only, but they have high, like equal strength on all boards almost. You can say like Dominguez may be slightly weaker than the rest, but 3 players like, oh, actually 4, Wesley, Levon, Fabi and Hikaru, all equal strength.
Yeah.
And that of course, same can't be said, right, for Uzbekistan.
Yeah, for sure not. There's a big difference in strength, and I think especially this board, especially of Shamsiddin, seems to be a problem currently for Team Uzbekistan, as Hikaru chops off the pawn on b7 and is a clean pawn up in this endgame. Black's king is weak as well. Hikaru is winning, and Levon, by the way, played a beautiful game against Javokhir. If you guys haven't seen that game yet, I would love for you guys to go check that game.
Yeah, I mean, I think today 2 games stand out for me. One is Sindarov versus Hikaru, and the other is Levon versus Sindarov. I think both games featured Javokhir. One on the better side, the other on the worse side.
King e6. Shamsiddin trying to fight on. But Hikaru knows this is winning for him.
What would you think if the Indian team was playing here also, and it was a 3
against whom?
Tri-series essay? Then would you place India at number 2 spot, number 1 spot?
No, 1 for sure. 1. I mean, India in Blitz and Rapid is very good.
What?
I would have Arjun on board 1. I would have Prag on board 2. I would have someone like Nihal on board 3. And I'm not sure about board 4.
भाई गुकेश को तो रखना पड़ेगा ना board 4.
I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe, yeah.
Because Gukesh is not perhaps that strong in rapid and blitz, but the Olympiad will be in classical format. And
correct. Yeah, there, of course. I mean, in classical, of course. I mean, of course, Gukesh is going to be there in every single of my team. But in blitz and rapid, I was not sure.
Also, the thing is, in the classical Olympiad that we have, it was very clear last year that Gukesh would be on board 1 after winning the candidates. But this year, it's not so clear because, you know, he is not in great shape. Prag is in very good shape after winning Norway chess. Arjun is doing quite well himself. And Nihal, well, maybe he might not be on board 1, but I think Prag and Arjun definitely would want to be there. What a move, queen c6, right?
Yeah, queen c6 is fantastic. It's a very classy move, threatening bishop to c7 check. And that's going to be it. If queen to a5, then white can simply push the d pawn down the board, d5, d6, and you can see Shamsiddin there quite upset with himself. Goes queen a5, and I think Hikaru will be ready with his move pawn to d5.
Nice.
He's just wanting to make sure, but he goes king h3. Hmm. That's a bit unexpected, but I guess it's some sort of a zugzwang for black.
Queen can't move because check would come. King can come in a bit. Amit Rao says Captain Srinath certainly has his task cut out to decide the final board order. Yeah.
Yeah, for
And one
sure.
of the things I love about Srinath as a team captain is that he is very data driven. He's not very emotional as a captain. He just looks at the facts and he takes a call. So I'm sure he'll take a good call there. Look at Hikaru, he's calculating it through King G4. This endgame is winning.
Yeah. King f5, pawn to d5, and then at some point go bishop f4, bishop g5.
Oh, nice. That's a good point. Bishop f4, bishop g5 in this one. And even if Nodirbek Abdusattorov wins on the last board, which is not clear at all.
Can we check that? Because this is completely winning for Hikaru now.
Yep.
Yeah. And the thing is, then after that, I mean, if Dominguez doesn't lose this, the game points are also going to be a factor because Team USA would win with a big margin.
True.
So Abdusattorov has to try and keep it close. Rook comes back to e4 as Wesley is observing the two final games going on of his compatriots. Rook to d6 check.
Harshit Bhai, while we've been discussing about the Olympiad team and which team is the strongest and so on, is another question that's lurking around in the world of chess. Who will win the FIDE presidentship? Because just announced that there are going to be 3 candidates and Arkady Dvorkovich is not running for the FIDE presidentship. By the way, Hikaru has just won
wins
his game. So just so that you guys are aware, there you have it. Hikaru Nakamura wins. And oh, by the way, Nodirbek game coming closer to equality, which means he blunders. Check.
Yeah, he makes a big mistake. King goes to a6.
भाई ये तो मेट हो रहा है बैक रैंक पे.
Yeah, and how can black stop it? He can't really do it. Rook to d1 played. g5 also at some point looks quite dangerous to me.
G5. Nice.
Threatening g6 checkmate. g5.
So G5, HG, FG. This is very strong. Yeah, this is also winning.
Yeah, Abdusattorov is wanting to make sure that he is not missing a stronger move. A very good quality of his to be patient, and you can see Hikaru and Fabi as well watching the final game, and f5 played.
What a nice move. What an insanely nice move, because somewhere you could open up this position, and if you can get the rook on the 7th rank, it's a mate.
And now rook e2 wins, right? Rook e2, rook g4, rook c8.
Oh, you're doubling this way. Nice.
Yeah.
So Harshit Bhai.
Played.
Here, and the point of f5 comes to light. There is no g6 business.
Exactly.
And even if you manage to win one pawn, that's not enough. Both pawns control g6.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? How he found f5.
Yeah, very nice move. And now maybe something like rook to e6.
But what's the threat? Like, can't we do this still? Same thing?
Rook c8, rook e3 is rook e3 and then rook d2. Yeah. Rook c8, bishop e3 maybe. But I think rook e6 and then we can just keep going with our plan. He goes rook to e4. Rook to d4. Oh, I saw a nice variation. Rook e6.
This one.
Rook d3, rook c8, rook e3, and white to play and win. Played. Rook e6 played, by the way.
Oh, bye. What a nice move. Rook
Yes.
takes
Boom. Rook takes
c5.
c5.
Because if takes, rook is hanging, otherwise takes, pawn takes, and queen. Amazing.
Yeah. So in the game, rook d7 was played. Um, Now rook c6 seems very strong. And he plays rook a8.
Peter Cavanaugh
Rook.
says, very interesting time for FIDE. Sagar, would you consider hosting a debate or interviews with the candidates to show their platforms to the public and not just the voting federations? I think I'll do interviews with all of them. Already, I have two scheduled with two of the candidates, and I think I'll do it with all three to keep it
Wow.
equal so that, everyone knows what their aims are in the world of chess. But I want
And
to know
that's it.
Harshit Bhai's thoughts. And Nodirbek wins, but it was not enough as Team
Yeah.
USA dominates 2.5, 1.5.
Yeah. An important victory for Team USA as they extend their lead 5-1 after 3 rounds of the rapid. We have one more round of rapid that we are going to see today, and then it will be 8 rounds of blitz tomorrow.
Yeah. मुझे लगता है if USA wins the fourth one also, then Uzbekistan is almost like kind of out of because in blitz is it also 2 points or 1 point for
Yeah,
the win?
two.
Are you
No,
sure?
it's two. Yeah,
So today 8 points, tomorrow it's 16 points.
correct.
Acha. It's generally they would make like blitz as 1 point.
Different,
but
yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Mhm.
So yes, Harshit Bhai, who is your favorite to win FIDE presidentship?
I mean, I saw that Vichy just confirmed to join Timur Tirlov as deputy chief if Timur wins.
Deputy
So that's
president,
obviously
yes.
obviously a big boost for Timur. Uh, I I mean I don't know if Yan has been around chess for a very long time for him to have enough maybe like connections to win. However, I feel like Wadim and Timur would be the ones like who are kind of leading the race right now. And amongst the two, I mean, I I don't really know any of them like on a personal level, but I mean, I've liked the way Wadim has organized the events, and it's something new, and I would be quite. I mean, I don't think it would. I don't think it would necessarily affect me a lot if either of them wins. But yeah, I mean,
You
I would be
never know
quite.
what can affect the world of chess because at the
That's
end of the
true.
day, what I have a feeling is that FIDE will change a bit, right? If when the leadership changes, then
True.
the other members of the team also change, and so we will have new people joining in FIDE. Uh, Maybe the team that Turlov uh, represents or is like maybe a continuation of the current FIDE administration because I think Vichy was supporting Dvorkovich and now he supports Turlov. So it's like sort of the continuation while Jan Butner is uh, working alongside Malcolm Payne. So that's one team, and Vadim is kind of on his own here. He's doing his things. So yeah, exciting new things, new developments for the world of chess.
Yeah. I personally would be quite open to for a change just to see how it goes. So I would be quite interested to see how the years would be if Vadim wins.
Interesting.
How about you?
Yeah, I don't know why. I am curious to actually interview everyone, all three of them, and
But
then try
whom
to
do you want to
understand.
win?
Uh, I seriously don't have a very big favorite or anything of that sort. I think in these elections and in administrations, it's very difficult to have a favorite, at least for me.
Hmm.
I would prefer if someone really worked hard for growing chess, and making it, one of the
भाई तुम
goals.
बन जाओ ना.
By one of the goals that is very hugely missing in chess is to bring it to the Olympics. That's what many people say, right? So I think that could be one of the tasks for the FIDE president. भाई मेरे को तो अभी तक क्या बोलते हैं, मेरा एरिया का भी मैं प्रेसिडेंट नहीं बना हूँ तो FIDE का
हमारे लिए तो तुम हो भाई.
अरे कुछ भी. Oh, Kirsan announced that he was running again, but actually in the three final candidates that FIDE
Cyber
announced.
insurance for businesses sits at the intersection of risk.
भाई ये क्या आवाज आया भाई?
Sorry.
हर्षित भाई कौन सा ऐड देख रहे भाई? So
I was trying to play this like the chat, but then there was some advertisement.
Got it. No, so I was just saying like what was I talking? Yeah.
Kirsan.
Yeah, Kirsan had announced, but his name wasn't there in the running finally. So
by the you can see the American players seem to be quite joyful after their win here, all of them in smiles. Hikaru, of course, won an important game in this round against Shamsiddin after kind of that after that incident that he had against Sindarov, where he made this big mistake in the opening. So he's back to his winning ways. And Fiona is taking the interviews, I guess, or like having a chat with the players. The next round will be starting. It's supposed to start already, I guess.
Right.
So maybe the players have a small break.
Right, Harshit bhai?
Yeah. Sorry?
And Wesley will come back. Dominguez will take rest. I think in this round it's possible. And
I don't see Fabi. So I guess like that's the team that they're going to play with.
Got it. Fabi must have taken rest. Got it. Fiona is always there for interviews. Yes, Fiona was there with us in Peru. Then she went to Punta Cana where Harshit bhai went. Then after that she...
And bhai, Abhyuday bhai, where are you going?
Oh, Abhyuday bhai.
Can
we join? Ask him to join the stream.
Yeah, can you come for 1 minute? नहीं भाई, they're chilling.
4:10 को शुरू होगा.
अरे विद्या भाई कैसे हो?
अरे बढ़िया भाई.
विद्या भाई क्या वेट कम कर दिया आपने, एकदम फिट दिख रहे हो
भाई. 5 मिनट बचा है, मैं जाता हूँ भाई.
भाई आपको नहीं देख रहे नीचे. We are watching you only.
अच्छा. अरे कैसे यूएस?
Let's go भाई.
2 जीते ना?
हाँ?
यूएस 2 जीते ना?
हाँ, 5-1 score है अभी.
They have to win now.
Uzbekistan should win, otherwise it's over.
भाई Levon Aronian मस्त खाना वाना खा रहा है.
भाई he had a big meal, उसके बाद और भी थोड़ा कुछ खा रहा है.
Dessert. Oh, Sakar says Hikaru substituted Wesley in. Oh, not sure.
I mean, do we have the pairing?
Yeah, Gaurav, you are right. US chess is rising. They have some young guns like Hans, Andy Woodward, Abhimanyu Mishra, Christopher Yu. Actually, Harshit bhai has spent a lot of time in US, so he can be a right person to talk about the growth of US chess. I think Harshit bhai, it does seem like US chess is doing quite well.
Just 1 second. Someone called. Hello?
Harshit bhai, important calls. अरे म्यूट कर दिया यार. ओके चैट और बताओ, और कैसे हो आप लोग? RH Frost says that's one of my jobs also. I'm a tech official with the Olympics. Amazing. No, we were talking about that US chess has some great talents, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, Andy is leading that front. Andy Woodward from the US, one of the most promising juniors in the world of chess right now. Abhimanyu Mishra is also there. They currently either they're I think still playing in the US Junior Championships.
I think Andy Woodward won.
Uh, Andy won there. Alice Lee is also a very promising junior.
Carissa Yip.
So Carissa Ip is well, she's not so as young as them, but she's also of course very strong.
And then you have Sam Savian, then you have Wonder Liang, then you have Hans Niemann.
But they're not so young, right?
But I mean, they have already reached world class, right? Like 2,700 plus players almost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing how US chess has suddenly become very vibrant in the last few months. I mean, no,
Bhai,
months, sorry,
India
last
may
few
be for
years.
crazy talent. Bhai, I saw in France as well some 11-year-old Advik or something made an IM norm if I'm not wrong. Some extremely strong players rising from India at a very young age.
Yeah. No, Advik has 3 norms. He's 11 years and 5 months old. And he has 2375. So he'll become an IM soon. We already have players like Sharbarto Mani. There's also Arit Kapil. Then we have some more like 100 GM हो रहा है भाई हर्षित भाई अभी.
Yeah, crazy.
भाई
भाई
I had
100
this
तो नंबर
idea.
चला गया भाई अब.
भाई आइडिया था मेरे पास. All 100 GMs coming together for one group photo. तो अगर हम कभी वो ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे तो आप आओगे कि नहीं भाई?
भाई मैं आऊंगा जब तुम्हारा भी नंबर होगा भाई एक जीएम में.
भाई मैं तो फोटो लूंगा ना भाई, कोई तो फोटो लेना चाहिए. Okay, Sindarov is here.
Oh, players are ready.
Nodirbek is here. Madaminov is here. Somehow ऐसे नहीं लग रहा कि उज्बेक प्लेयर्स थोड़े से मेलो लग रहा है, एकदम थोड़े डाउन लग रहे हैं.
But still, Javokhir giving a smile there, talking with Yakubboev. I mean, they are down, but they're still trying to keep up a good mindset because it's a very long event. It's a very long event. So
okay, so
I think the Uzbeki team should still keep up their mindset and have faith that they can still bounce back. All they need is to win this.
I agree.
If they win rapid match, it's basically a coin toss.
Right. Peter Kavanaugh says, I'm interested in watching Christian Glöckler and Roman Shugziev. True. And Bodhana. True. ये भी सब crazy लोग हैं. Christian Glöckler just won BL.
Yeah, I saw.
Challengers, yeah, like that tournament.
Because of how many videos you make, it has become so much easier to follow all of these tournaments. Bhai, I just open YouTube and I'm waiting for your recap video.
And also these youngsters, yeah, like so many amazing talents. So I think a big shout out to all the organizers who invite us, because traveling to all these events and covering is never easy. So thank you to them. Harshit
And
bhai,
guys,
what do you think? Fabi wins? Yes?
yes.
Okay. What do you think? Levon wins?
No.
Okay, draw?
I think draw.
Okay. What do you think? Nodirbek
Draw.
wins? Draw. And?
Oh. Result. I predict a result in this game.
Sindarov wins, huh?
I don't know. I think I just predict a result. We might see a surprise.
Okay. Let's begin with the Fabi Madaminov.
Aap bolo bhai, what do you feel?
I have a feeling Uzbek team strikes back this round. And they because then it's like exciting, right? Otherwise, यही वापस.
इसलिए you are predicting that.
मेरे को चाहिए. I want it. I don't know if it will happen, but I really want this to happen. Because then tomorrow becomes exciting again.
True.
Okay, let's go.
And Javokhir is setting up the clock there.
क्या हुआ भाई?
There's having a smile there. On to
Guest of
E4.
honor.
Honor. E4.
Oh, Fabi, did you see what Fabi said to Madaminov that you lost 1 second? Do you want to get it back? And Madaminov
Yeah,
said, no worries, no
like it's
worries.
okay. Yeah,
Exactly.
1 second से
Bhai,
मैं
imagine
क्या
that
ही
in
होगा.
the end he loses the game on 1 second.
नहीं भाई. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop to b5. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. e6,
Bhai, this is your
um,
favorite opening. I know this.
castles, and now knight g7, rook to e1,
Harshit Bhai
and
made
now
a
white.
living out of this opening with white side.
Knight g6, and now c3. Yes, black goes d5 or bishop e7,
Bishop e7.
d4. Takes, and d5. Yeah. And now white has an option to take on d5 or to play e5 or knight c3. What would you choose by?
I would push e5,
Mm-hmm.
but I think knight c3 might be a stronger move, yeah?
Knight c3 is very easy to play in my opinion, and he plays it. I like this choice. It keeps things simple, short castles, and white can now consider to play a waiting move, something like h3 or bishop to e3. h3 is the point is that if d4 we can consider rook takes e4 in some lines.
And what is why h3? अब से क्या होगा h3 से?
No, we are just waiting.
I
कि
mean,
black को
if I
क्या
play
करना.
a3 and you take, then also I can take, right? h3.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
take,
yeah. Because I mean, I'm saying we should not play something like bishop e3. That's the whole. I mean, like he goes h3.
Oh, Harshit Bhai is in knowledge, deep knowledge. भाई कब प्रिपेयर किया ये आपने 2 दिन पहले?
नहीं भाई मैं सब 6 साल पहले का प्रेपरेशन यूज कर रहा हूँ. Like I was recently with Aryan Tari and he said that it's crazy how you don't prepare anymore because you're using preparation from 6 years back. If you just prepare, you will become much better. Yeah.
But that means your preparation 6 years ago was really good.
Yeah, back then it was quite. I think I was good in openings. These days I don't feel very comfortable in opening. But I'm trying and I'm doing well. h3 and now what will black do? D takes e4, knight takes e4. I thought rook takes e4 is more ambitious. Am I wrong?
I think you would not be wrong. Maybe rook e4. There is some move knight b4.
So was it a3 and then d4
Yes.
rook e4 or?
Yes, a3 was the best.
Okay. Yeah, d4 and then rook e4, right?
Yeah, you can play this. But still knight e4 is preferred by the engines.
Oh, interesting.
Okay,
So
so this
h3
is the
chop chop.
position. Let's go to
Okay.
Aronian versus Yakubboev game.
Mm-hmm.
And we have bishop. Okay, it's quite a nice position for black. c5.
By black is Levon, right?
Yeah.
But can you get the cam as well? Like
Oh, sorry,
just to see
I
blitzing out his moves. By I would be very scared to be Yakubboev right now. He's in these complex middle game positions. By he's too good. By itna imbalance लाऊंगा ही नहीं मैं if I ever play with Levon.
But the thing about Levon is that he works really well on chess, but he's also created a nice environment for himself by coming to St. Louis. Because then he has Fabi around him, he has maybe Dominguez around him. So it's a good idea to actually have strong players around you. And this is what I think maybe Harshit Bhai, it's very difficult for someone like to get in India easily. If you are not in, like if you're in Chennai, maybe it's not so difficult, but otherwise it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like people around you playing chess?
I am very lucky that I have access to some really strong players. For example, SL Narayanan, whose rating has dropped, but I still consider him to be a very, very strong player. Abhimanyu is a very, I mean, probably one of my closest friends. whom I speak with very often. Aryan Tari is a good friend of mine, so I do have have regular conversations with these people, which for sure helps me understand their perspective. And that's why I would recommend everyone to have some sort of a training partner, because working on chess alone inherently is quite lonely and boring. B4 played by Levon. Generally, what black wants to do is break the position with either c5 or e5. It would be a bit scary to do it right now, since the white rook stands on the d file, hitting the black queen on d8.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. So this is this position, Harshit, by the board 2 position. Should we go to board 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
So board 3, we have Wesley So versus Nodirbek Abdusattorov. Another knight off. I think everyone's playing today fighting chess.
Oh, bishop e3. Wow. Knight g4, bishop c1, and Abdusattorov does not play. It's incredible how he does not come back knight f6.
He goes
And
knight
goes
c6.
for knight c6 instead. Wow. I need to understand this. Queen d2. Bishop e6 was possible. He does it. a5. And now something like queen b8 generally is the way how black continues to play this, right?
To defend here.
Or no? Or no. But yeah, maybe here is not so smart, because you can take on e6 and take on e5 and give me doubled pawns. That doesn't seem very smart for me to allow. So maybe bishop. Okay, let's think about this. Black to play. How should black continue? And this is the kind of curiosity you should have to try and predict the top players' moves. And even if you don't find it, it can help you to learn something new.
You know, I want to get my knight to e5 when I take on f4,
Yeah.
but it's not so easy, because after take, this pawn is really under pressure. So
Yeah. ef4, bishop f4 does happen, by the way.
he took. And maybe there is this very tricky move, Harshit bhai. Knight h5 is if bishop
Oh,
d6,
wow.
guys,
I've seen
black
this
to
idea.
play.
I've seen this
What's
beautiful
the winning
idea.
move? It's amazing, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I should just flip the board. Correct, guys. Sorry. Need everything we are watching from white side. Bishop g5. And you lose the queen. So let's see if Nodirbek plays knight h5, which kind of forces him to go back bishop e3. And then I guess black should be doing okay.
Yeah, because we also have the idea of at some point pushing a4. He takes on b3 though. And now white is thinking about potentially capturing back with the c pawn, which seems quite unusual, not capturing towards the center, but it gives a cluster of pawns in front of our king. And that's why c takes b3 is sometimes a decent move.
That is the best move. Well spotted. Meanwhile, Sai Charan and Alan Chess did find bishop g5 in that position.
Well done, guys.
Okay, going to board 4 now. We have Javokhir Sindarov versus Dominguez versus Sindarov. Sindarov black.
I actually feel your prediction that the Uzbeki team is going to do well in this round, I think, is coming true. Because, well, this game is complicated. Javokhir is trying to create some imbalance, wants to go knight to g5 and potentially create some sort of an imbalance on the king side. So this is complicated. However, if you go to the game of Levon, whom we consider to be having decent position might have erred
So rook d1.
as after knight e4, I thought taking on e4 is good, but okay, it allows this. And after e4, c5, white has the option of placing his pawn to d5.
Oh, this one
as
is
you
going to help white. Nodirbek Yakubboev pressing through.
And I love the intensity with which Levon is playing here. Pawn to e5 played. That's a bit surprising. Placing the pawn on the dark square. And now he goes d5. So very ambitious approach. But Levon is just blitzing out the moves. He's using the clock to his advantage.
Levon is like, ये सब prepared है भाई.
You think so, yeah? He knows e6.
Or he's
Looks
just
dangerous.
bluffing. Yeah, he's just bluffing. Queen b6 maybe.
But what if e6? That's my question. Is it possible?
It's a fantastic move, Harshit bhai, because fe6, queen e6.
Oh wow,
But I
knight
got
f8, yeah?
knight
Really?
b6.
Knight b6. And rook takes d5 was played. So both players found this resource for black, and queen b6 played by Levon. But yeah, I'm not so
It's
sure
not the
about
best.
how.
The best move here, Harshit bhai, was c4, making square for the queen.
Oh
But
wow, e6 queen b6 check. That's a fantastic idea if we can show that. Wow, that's a beautiful idea. No? That's crazy that this doesn't work.
wow. White is somehow better here. So the move was fe6.
And after queen e6,
this,
queen b6 check.
now check to trade.
So queen b6, and I am guessing white can perhaps play something like bishop e3.
Yeah.
And the black pawn on h5 seems a bit misplaced, because whenever black castles, white's going to be able to play knight f4 and hit that pawn. So white is doing well on this board. What about Fabi? Is Fabi managing to get any chances against Madaminov, or Madaminov is too solid?
Too solid.
Yeah.
I mean, to win this position looks almost impossible.
Yeah. It was knight h4, and yeah, seems like they're trading even more pieces. So knight h4, bishop h4, knight f5 could be a way the game proceeds.
Yeah, so this is equal. Second board, you can say Aronian under some pressure if Yakubboev finds bishop g5. And on board 3, Wesley has just pushed his... Oh, Nodirbek has just pushed his pawn here, right?
To f5? What?
f5. Wow.
Wash. Oh, what was the idea? ef5, rook f5, g4, rook e5? I mean, that seems to be the only explanation, right?
I mean, there is knight g3 and taking back.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah, that maybe makes more sense, because g4, rook e5.
Variation, rook e5 or rook f3.
Yeah. And now we have bishop g5.
But okay, rook h1 played by Wesley And let's go to Sindarov's game.
Okay.
Oh, he goes knight g5. Ashit, what are these kind of structures? I mean, whom do they favor?
I think it can favor white, because we have knight f5 right now.
Yeah.
And at some point we can just go king h2. And the point is that knight f4 will always be met with g3. So I find this to be slightly favorable for white.
And then queen h5
and
coming
I
in.
love the spirit with which the spectators or the VIP guests have come in with the national flags on their shoulders.
Wow.
Truly representing the Uzbekistan's country. 7 minutes 35 seconds for Dominguez. Has not made his decision yet, but he does finally take the knight on g5. South America's finest player now representing the country of USA. Dominguez, Perez, Leinier. Bishop comes back to b3. Very strategic. Trying to exchange the light squared bishops to get access to the f5 square.
Nice, nice. Good stuff. Ashit bhai, I want to take a 1 minute break. So, which game would
Yes.
you like to stay on?
Maybe Nodirbek's game. That will be great. The Yakubboev, sorry. Against Levon.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Ooh,
And guys,
finds bishop g5. Wow.
yeah, he finds bishop to g5. And he's getting rid of that important bishop on e7. And after this, I think the black king is going to be quite vulnerable on the center of the board. c4 check. Yakubboev just slides his king over to h1. This is the final game of the day, guys. Do like the stream so that we have more people joining in. Tomorrow will be 8 more games of Blitz. USA currently leading 5-1. King to h1 played. And Levon has been playing quite fast. But in this game, it might backfire a little bit, as Yakubboev has found some brilliant moves like bishop to g5. And black can't really castle, right? Because the knight on d7 is unprotected. And he goes queen to c6, but Levon is making some subpar moves in this game. Rook a to d1 seems quite logical for white here. Just bringing in the rook, doubling on the d line. And Levon is in big trouble. Was playing really good chess until now, but in this game has made some suboptimal decisions. Rook a to d1, strong move by Yakubboev. And as of now, this is the only game where white has a huge advantage. The game between Mukhiddin and Fabi is likely going to end in a draw soon. Wesley's game is quite interesting, but let's stick to this game as Yakubboev finds rook to d1. And Levon taking his time to find a way to get out of this. Yeah, the information about this tournament is just 2 countries. It's just USA versus Uzbekistan. It's a one-on-one match, and it's going to be uh, the best 4 players of Uzbekistan playing against the best 4 players of USA in a format of Blitz and Rapid of 2 days. Today is the rapid section. So far, the US team has been dominating, but now, does Yakubboev have some tactics connected with the move rook to d6? That seems to be a very powerful move here. Rook to d6, hitting the black queen on c6. You can't really take, because then e takes d6 and the black king on e8 is coming under fire. This is the final game of the day. Rook d6 played. Bishop takes d6. Wow, what a decision by Levon. ED6, king to f8. But now just d7, no? Isn't this just winning for white? I think Yakubboev is simply winning here with the move pawn to d7. Thank you, Amit Rao, for sharing the format of the event. Here, Yakubboev having 6.5 minutes. Well, he's taking his time, but he knows that he has a winning position. And d7, knight d7, queen e7 check is a nice trick here to win a piece. And you can see on board 1, the evaluation on board 1, that the game of Madaminov and Fabi is heading towards the draw. Wesley's game is quite interesting, and I would love to take a look at that one. And also Javokhir's game is heating up. Yakubboev, let's go, d7. Maybe he just wants to make sure. By the way, the evaluation bar has given Javokhir already a small edge in his game against Dominguez. That will be huge. Oh, by the way, Madaminov makes a mistake. What? Yeah, Madaminov actually makes a serious mistake in his game against Fabi, giving up a pawn. And as soon as Sagarbai is back, we'll go to that game. Isn't Hans better than Perez? That's a great question. I do think Hans is better than Dominguez right now. Yes, especially in faster time controls, Hans is very good. However, I don't know like what the process of invitation is uh, for this event. And Sagarbai is back as Yakubboev is about to push his pawn to d7. He does it. Knight d7, queen e7 check. He's going to win a piece. And Yakubboev
leading from the front, yes?
Yes, bye. By the way, look at Javokhir's game as well. He is suddenly starting to press a little bit against Dominguez.
Should we go there?
By the way, no, sorry, Madaminov's game. I wanted to show that because it was completely equal. And on the last move, instead of f6, Black could have just played g6.
And knight could go back, then this is
And then you just win the d4 pawn. Yeah. So a miss by Madaminov here because maybe a mutual like blind side by both players that Black could just capture a pawn here.
Yeah. So Fabi did not play g6, he went f6, h4, and he's not playing g6 at all.
Yeah, he's not going for it. So maybe a teeny tiny bit of an edge for Fabi in this game. Yakubboev is completely winning against Levon. Wesley
so versus Nodirbek Abdusattorov. Oof.
What a position we have in front of us.
ये तो 4K यहाँ पे, but he has two pieces. F4 under pressure, AB4 opening up the rook. Oh my god.
I like this for Black.
So like take AB, right?
Take AB4.
But I can block.
Yeah, and now I would think of a move like I wanted to bring my queen to g6, but it's not so easy. Queen f7. Yeah, queen f7, queen g6. But it's super complex. Super complex position here. Queen, king a1, rook f3.
Wow. Okay. So this looks very, very exciting and interesting. Let's go to board 4.
Yeah, this.
अरे भाई क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पे? So after knight g5, knight takes g5, hg, should b3. Wow, he accepted all the weaknesses.
F3 and d5. And
And
Black
this
is saying that
d5
if
is such a tough move, right? To make. Like, what if I just take on e5?
yeah,
एक
take
pawn
on
बोला है ना?
e5, take d takes e4, I guess. Bishop b6, and we have ef3 intermezzo. I guess that's the point.
That's because if you take fe4 back, then these are weak pawns, and
Yeah,
so you want to take back with the rook. So you take here. If he takes, you want to take with the rook, but before that takes here, and f2
exactly.
is
Yeah, and
coming.
this is the problem.
Let's say, for example, bishop. here.
Yeah, even fg2. I mean, this is just crushing for Black.
Right.
So d5, a nice move, a nice resource found by Javokhir as he's
Feeling sleepy.
yeah, but he's making it difficult for his opponent to make a move. Dominguez down to 3.5 minutes. So if we do a roundup right now,
Yeah.
Javokhir is better on his board.
Mhm.
Wesley Nodirbek, I don't know how. I mean, maybe it's just complex.
Yeah.
Yakubboev is winning. And on Fabi's
Madaminov
board,
is
what do
holding.
you feel about that?
I think Madaminov might just go wrong because Fabi's experience is too high and he might be able to outwit his opponent from this position, especially because Madaminov is trying, he's not like just passively defending. So I think this might end in America's favor, USA's favor, this game, while
3
Yakubboev on
minutes.
board. Yeah. 1-1. Wesley, Nodirbek. Don't know. The match is very close, actually.
Yeah, it's a close one. The final game of the day. G5 is an attempt to open up the position on the king side. And Fabi wants to keep things balanced. Knight going back to e7 does seem to be an option that Black has. Although passive, I do think it exists.
Why
Knight
not
back to
G6
e7.
though?
G6 is very committal, right?
Because G6 F5 I can try. G6, knight at 6, bishop at 6, rook F6, king G7.
Yeah,
And
that's
if
the
you
point.
take-
If king g7, rook f3 back, or rook
Oh,
f4, or something like this.
Oh, that's a nice one. So just to show you guys, takes, check, king G7, and now you can't take here because rook is hanging, but just come back and the bishop is trapped.
Yeah, something like this is the idea, I think, of Madaminov. And he goes back king g8.
Oof, Fabi's.
Hey, how can you consider this move?
No, because he just provoked it, yeah? Provoked the pawns, and now if take, then G6. Nice stuff.
Supreme understanding.
King G8.
And
Or
Yakubboev is making a mistake against Levon. Levon is
back
fighting back.
But I think this, with the C pawn, a little bit tricky, yeah? Tricky. What
Tricky.
What if C?
Rook c7 maybe.
But to stop check or?
Yeah, because now rook d7, I was afraid we can get mated. Like king g8, knight e6.
I just have this move, but otherwise
Yeah,
I
rook
get your
f7.
point that it's actually very dangerous here. It's a mate in one. Guys, Yakubboev. And look at Javokhir Sindarov's brother Islombek, who's with his phone there recording stuff.
I have a question. So in Chennai Grandmasters, we saw that almost everyone was there with a second. Like Nihal was there with Sethuraman, Arjun was there with Abhimanyu. Everyone was there with a young second. Do you think that it makes sense for Gukesh to try and bring a young friend of his just to keep him in good spirits during the tournament?
Yeah, I think so. It might be a good idea actually. Because then you can go with them for sports, you can enjoy and stuff like that.
Because it's a bit different. I mean, of course, he travels with Gaevsky quite often, but it's a bit different when you're there with a young friend, right? Because
But I think
you can
Gukesh
perhaps
himself is young, right? So, like for example, yeah, but even Arjun is young, so True.
Rook goes to b7.
Maybe Harshit Bhai, he should ask you to join him.
You know, it depends on him than it does on me.
And Harshit Bhai, I mean, if he asks you, you would be happy to join in, yeah?
If he thinks I can, yeah, I mean, I would. If he thinks that I can
And
be
then
of help,
after
then
that, after the preparation, you guys can also go to some workouts and some gym, some sport. I think Harshit
because
Bhai
I
is
do
one of
think
the
that
most positive characters out there in the world of chess. So it could be fun.
I think that for Gukesh, he has made it. I loved how Levon said that he has literally achieved the dream of hundreds of thousands of people.
Right.
So he also needs to just there doesn't need to be so much pressure on him, right? He can just enjoy, even go away for 3 months from chess, and just take a vacation and appreciate life besides chess.
True. But that's the thing about life, guys. When you have something, it's easy to lose it. And here you can see Yakubboev losing the advantage.
Yeah. I mean, a5, rook a2, suddenly the black pawns are going to become dangerous.
आज लेवॉन हारने नहीं वाला है आज का
भाई,
दिन
6 seconds for him, a5. देखो क्या स्पीड से खेला.
भाई वो 10 मिनट पे है लेवॉन का स्पीड. लेवॉन इज लाइक हम ब्लिट्स तो आज खेलेंगे, कल तो बुलेट खेलने वाले.
a3. What? Allowing b3?
B3.
Look at Levon is like, yes. ये भी गेम जीतूंगा. b3 played, bhai. And he's gonna win now. Rook f4,
Oh
king
my
to e6.
Oh my god.
This
You
was
can also
huge
go
because
back,
Javokhir is better.
Yeah. This is sad for actually Uzbek team, right? Because
Yeah.
this would have been really important. Although they can still win the match. Because
Nahi, bhai.
Nodirbek is better.
Yeah,
Sindarov
you're
is
right.
better. And the board one is draw. So it's still not over. Imagine if this guy would have won Yakubboev. They would have won this match really in a
huge
big
margin.
way. Yeah.
King g8 back. And yeah, Levon Aronian is going to win this game from a completely losing position. Rook a4. Where is the rook going?
Rook c2?
Rook c2, it's just GG. Yeah.
Another rook
Very sad.
c2 that ends the game. Again, Sindarov also rook c2 and resign.
Yeah, knight e3, b2.
Okay, b2.
Yeah,
Take
no,
the
it's
rooks.
over.
p1 queen.
Yeah, if we look at Yakubboev there, he's not happy. He's not happy, and maybe Levon even wants something better. Might play rook c1 here. If you find a good move, look for a better one. Maybe rook c1 is that better move. Do you think? I think he will.
Yeah. I mean, Levon is just figuring it out. I think he might play rook c1 check and then calmly push b2. Can even play b2 directly so that if you lose the rook, the pawn queens. And let's quickly check what is happening with the game of Wesley So and Nodirbek Abdusattorov.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a position that could go either way. But once you win this pawn, I don't think black has
G6
any chances of losing.
If you win the g6 pawn, black is in complete control.
So this is looking good for Uzbek team.
What about Javokhir?
भाई Javokhir ने तो कर दिया कमाल. He's winning.
Yeah, it's over.
I
Yeah,
think that
knight
one
c5
loss with Aronian was just a blip. It was not like something which took away his form.
Yeah, a very nice win with the black pieces. The d5 move was very impressive by Javokhir. And I think the final game of interest will be the game of Madaminov and Fabiano.
It might
see
be the decider.
And resigns. By the way, Javokhir wins this game
Oh, wow.
against Dominguez.
Let's go. Javokhir playing
Wow.
like
Team
amazing.
Uzbekistan is fighting back.
And they need 1.5 points out of 3 rounds. Nodirbek can bring that one more point. Madaminov can hold it because clearly Yakubboev is not going to do that. He is now lost. Levon has a queen for 2 minor pieces.
So it's going to be 1-1 after Javokhir won and Levon won for USA. Let's take a look at Fabi's game. I think we need to just see if Fabi can somehow create chances in this position. He doesn't have a lot of time. Some moves have been played. We are waiting on the DGT board for them to be updated.
There's some more moves here.
As you can see, yeah, this is the live position. All white needs is a draw. He takes the pawn on d4. Rook takes d5, knight f3 check. And Madaminov is going to hold this game as they go into a rook endgame with 3 pawns each.
Which means that the top 2 players now have to fire. By the way, the moves are not updating here. So I think, Harshit bhai, we can safely say this will be a draw.
Yeah, then we should go to Abdusattorov's game.
Okay.
Yeah, board 3. This is and you can see Wesley there. Yeah, he's kind of shaking his head a little bit. Not happy with how this game has gone. Bishop c5, a tricky move, because if you take the knight on c3, the rook on g1 falls. Even that might be winning for black.
Yeah.
Levon won his game with the black pieces in the
Wow.
meantime.
1-1 is the score right now.
Yeah.
Can Nodirbek win this one? And he is completely winning. So then if he wins, it will be 2-1 in the favor of Uzbekistan. And then it all would boil down to this one between Madaminov and Caruana.
Abdusattorov has been the most stable player for the Uzbek team. He's on +1. If he wins this game, he's going to be on +2. That's a fantastic result by Abdusattorov here. The Fabi games, the moves are not updated, but I'm pretty sure that the game is heading towards a draw. So we should stay with the game of Nodirbek.
Yeah. Well, h5 has been played here, but I think somehow the board
Can you bring the other board as well?
You mean the full screen, yeah?
No, the Wesley's board.
Oh, Wesley. Crazy. Once again. Yeah, that's the video we have.
Yeah. Knight b1. Yeah, and now queen to f5. Played very confidently, I have to say, by Abdusattorov. Wants to bring his queen to d5 or push c5 as well.
Yeah.
By the way, how are you feeling, bhai?
No, I'm good, bhai. I think after Lima, I can stay awake for a long time. The world record event.
Fabi drew his game.
Oh, wow.
Fabi
That's
drew.
Great news for Uzbek team.
Uzbekistan.
So which means the score is 1.5, and all down to now Nodirbek Abdusattorov. Can he win this and make it a win for
5-3.
5-3, pulling 2 points back. बहुत important game है ये पूरा match के लिए.
Everyone has their eyes locked on this game. 55 seconds for Wesley as his clock dips below the 1 minute mark. Black wants to go queen d5 check, followed by d3 d2 potentially. And yeah, he does queen d5 check. Where will the white king go? If king b1, there is rook g1 check.
So almost a mate, and if knight b3, then just rook g3.
Yeah. He goes back to king b1, rook g1 check. King C2, D3 check. Nice trick. Queen D3, Rook C1 check, and that's it.
Nice one.
Resignation. Wow.
Uzbeks win.
Yeah, a strong performance by the Uzbeki players in the final round. Abdusattorov looks at the result with a smile on his face as Sindarov gives him a high five. Both of the players, Sindarov and Abdusattorov, winning with the black pieces.
Just showing that, when you have two good players, you just need half a more point. Both of them winning, and then Madaminov leading from the front with a half point there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Fantastico.
Yeah, Harshit bhai, did you enjoy today?
Yeah, very fun games. I mean, we got to see some very cool ideas, especially the game between, as you said, the two cool games played by Sindarov. One against Hikaru, where he had this miniature win, and one where Levon played a masterpiece against him in the knight f3 d5 c4 d4 line with black. That was a fantastic game by Levon, and very exciting match. I think that when we try to analyze the games more deeply, we are going to see that there was a lot of new ideas that could be learned from this
Yes.
game.
So Harshit bhai,
So I
if you
think,
had to choose some good games of today, would it be two Sindarov game? Actually, three Sindarov games, yeah?
yeah,
Two
the
wins
last
and
one
one
as
loss.
well.
Even the
So I think
last
those
one
three games, yeah.
would be amazing. Any other games that stood out for you today?
I think these were, I mean, the other games were interesting, but these games kind of had an like kind of like, you distinctively remember these games because of how they played out.
Javokhir, well, he is right now one of the players that the world has their eyes set on. And Fiona doing this amazing interview where she has the two top Uzbek players next to her, Nodirbek as well as Javokhir Sindarov. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So Harshit
No,
bhai,
I think it's nice.
will you be going down now?
Yeah, Abhyuday is just calling me, so
Okay,
I will answer.
sure, bye.
Hello?
Guys, that's Harshit bhai there in Miami. He will go down and do. Oh, you can see that they are going out. He might just join in. Maybe Harshit bhai may join him for some interviews. But I hope you enjoyed. I think after a long time we streamed something on our channel. At least I streamed. There were many other streams that happened. Amruta was streaming Naroditsky Memorial. Soumya was streaming the last day of Chola Chess in Pune, and so on. So, yeah,
Okay, bhai, I'll just go and help Abhyudaya
sure,
to
bye.
take some interviews
Thank
there.
you. And see you
It was
tomorrow.
fun. Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining, bhai.
Yes, take care. Bye. See you.
Bye.
Guys, Harshit bhai there from Miami in Florida. And he was there throughout the day commentating, and yeah, the score is 5-3 in the favor of USA. Tomorrow will be 16 points at stake, which is quite a lot of points because each match win is 2 points. So 8 blitz matches, and we will bring you that. For now, guys, this is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye bye. Good night. Take care. Thank you all for your wishes for 3 million. Yeah, it wouldn't have been possible without you. Thank you.